in Phoenix. Your next news at 6:27 on News Talk 550 KFYI. Guaranteed Human.
Chris Mays says Katie Hobbs won't be charged because Arizona law doesn't go far enough. There's just one problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the Conservative Circus with James T. Harris.
My friends, you can't make this stuff up. After 2 years of investigating Governor Katie Hobbs and the Sunshine Residential Homes pay-to-play allegations, Attorney General Chris Mays says there will be no criminal charges, and you already know how this is going to be sold. Katie Hobbs was cleared. Nothing to see here. Move along. Well, and this all happened last Friday, Friday afternoon. Traditionally, when you want to drop the bad or controversial news. But not so fast.
It's what we call in the business a news dump.
Yes.
Are we surprised?
No, we're not surprised. We're not surprised at all. And anybody that is surprised, I would have to say, they're a little bit naive.
Well, you didn't think that the overly partisan attorney general who has sued the Trump administration 17,419 times was going to bring charges against her running buddy?
Of course not. And, I understand why Republicans and everybody was bringing it up because it needs to be brought up. But the fix is so in this state, and it has been. I mean, even how a Governor Hobbs went from, got into this position. From Secretary of State. I mean, it's all manufactured. Mays didn't say anything about the arrangement, looked perfectly fine. She didn't say everything, looked fine. Her own office acknowledged that the timing of Sunshine's large political contributions followed by substantial state rate increases, including receiving the highest per-day rate, raised serious questions. Investigators simply concluded they couldn't find evidence of the quid pro quo. They couldn't find anything necessary, to support the bribery charges. That's an important legal distinction. No provable quid pro quo, no bribery charge, fine. But not enough evidence to prosecute is not the same thing as nothing happened here worth examining. And I love it when these attorney generals roll out with there's not enough evidence to prosecute. The most famous incidence of that, of course, was James Comey talking about Hillary Clinton. Remember the server, 300,000 emails or whatever? Well, there's not enough evidence here to prosecute. No attorney general in his right mind would go after Hillary Clinton for this. Oh, okay, it's the same playbook. Because then Chris Mays said something remarkable. She says this case demonstrates that Arizona needs legislative reform to provide greater transparency when the state contractors make political donations. Excuse me? We had legislation, not once, twice. Senator T.J. Schull pushed legislation in response to this controversy that would have required greater disclosure involving political contributions and other things of value from companies seeking taxpayer-funded state contracts. And Katie Hobbs vetoed it, not once, but twice. She dismissed the effort as a political stunt. Now, her own Democrat attorney general finishes a 2-year investigation and says essentially, you know what Arizona really needs? More transparency involving political donations from state contractors. You don't say.
Oh, by the way, it doesn't happen to be an election year anywhere. I mean, this couldn't be timed to coincide with the fact that Katie Hobbs won't debate, but she gets news headlines because she's been vindicated.
Absolutely. And not only has she been vindicated, but Chris Mays is calling for reform in the very area where Katie Hobbs had legislation sitting on her desk and reached for the veto pen, the veto queen of the Southwest. So spare me the victory lap. Is Hobbs even out there taking a victory lap, or is she still in the bunker? Sunshine Residential Homes and people connected to it gave substantial political money benefiting Hobbs, her inauguration, her legal defense fund, and Democratic political interests. Sunshine then received significant increases in what taxpayers paid the company to care for foster children. Investigators concluded they couldn't prove those contributions were exchanged for official action. Fine. But when lawmakers looked at the mess and said, maybe Arizona taxpayers ought to have a greater transparency when companies seeking state money are also giving political money to the people running the state government, Katie Hobbs said no. And 2 years, we had 2 years that this was supposed to be investigated. And what did we get? We got, well, you know what? We're trying to meet, but we can't meet. You know, our offices, you know, I can't talk about it right now. Katie Hobbs was all in denial mode, all in avoidance mode.
Why does it take 2 months to work out the details of whether you're going to do this or not going to do this?
Oh, we continue to be in communication with our office, and I really don't have anything to add about it.
But why can't you talk about it? I mean, like, this is something that your opponents are beating up on you on, and the public, I think, is really interested in. Why can't you say more about, like, your thought process or whether you're going to do this interview?
Well, we're in communication with her about it, and that's really all I'm going to say.
Okay, you won't say anything about, like, what you want. Why you... Okay.
Does she answer any questions?
No.
I mean, she won't debate.
She won't.
She
Our office, we're in negotiation.
She really is a national level embarrassment.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. National level embarrassment. You know what? So is our attorney, Chris Mays, who was questioned about this.
The answer is no. You cannot blow off the Attorney General's office.
But she did.
So, full stop. No one can, regardless of who they are.
Governor has.
Well, I would disagree with that characterization. When we have a result in this investigation, we will make an announcement.
Nobody is above the law except for my friend who is running with me this election cycle.
This is absolutely insane. It's insane, but yeah, it's not surprising, but it is infuriating.
It's insane, but not unexpected.
Right.
I think we'd be more surprised if Chris Mays actually came out and said, yeah, we're going to charge her. Lock her up.
Even to pretend they have an investigation, but you know, it's all moot. You know why? Because they know that they don't have to do this. They know they can get away with this. They know that no one's going to put pressure. What it is surprising is that local media started asking the questions. That local media expected some results. Now that they've done this, now it's time to get back to the business of campaigning. And you'll never guess who came to do a cringe-worthy ad with Governor Katie Hobbs.
John Giles?
No, John Giles. No, John. Does he speak? Can he speak?
I bet you he speaks better than Katie Hobbs.
Well, I'm waiting. I can't wait to hear him speak. But no, I'll tell you who, and you'll hear the campaign ad coming up next. Here's the truth nobody likes hearing. If you are out looking at houses before getting pre-qualified, you're not really a buyer yet. You're a tourist. Because the minute you find the house you love, the very first question is going to be, are you pre-approved? And if the answer is no, that house may be gone before you get your paperwork together. That's why you call Lund Mortgage first. They do real pre-approvals, full credit, income, and asset reviews. So when you make an offer, sellers know that you're serious. And right now, Lund Mortgage is paying for the appraisal on qualifying purchase loans that close with them. That's a $600 to $800 staying in your pocket instead of going out the door. Most approvals turn around in 24 to 48 hours. So stop guessing. Call Lund Mortgage. Get pre-qualified, then go look at houses. 623-875-9940 or visit lundmortgage.com. Lund Mortgage, NMLS number 162710. Equal housing lender. Terms and conditions apply. All loans subject to credit approval.
From the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
I-10 eastbound dealing with a crash near 67th Avenue. They're going to be off on that right shoulder, slowing things down a bit in that area. Then the Loop 101 southbound in the West Valley, a collision near Glendale. This one is off, right? And a wreck in Mesa on the 60. This is westbound 60 right around Alma School Road. If you have a traffic tip, give us a call. 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Why are women attracted to the guy accused of murdering in cold blood a father and a husband? Crazy.
Sean Hannity. Today at 1 on 550 KFYI and the free iHeartRadio app.
Shh, here it comes. Surprise! The people above your catering business are doing major construction, and the drilling is only during business hours. It's so loud.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money, getting personalized discounts on a commercial auto quote with Progressive.
Also, that isn't powdered sugar on the floor. It's plaster from your ceiling.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Life moves fast, and it's easy to feel spiritually drained. That's why InTouch.org is here to help you stay grounded in God's Word every day. At InTouch.org, you'll find biblical teaching from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, free resources, and messages that speak directly to what you're facing. Whether you need encouragement, clarity, or a moment to reconnect with God, it's all right at your fingertips. Discover a place to grow your faith and find real hope at InTouch.org.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store today. Walk into any of the 5 convenient Valley stores in Glendale, Gilbert, Goodyear, Ahwatukee, or Scottsdale. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
The name to remember? Mark Kia? Mark Kia. See our full inventory at markkia.com now.
When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like there's only one option, but do your homework. Remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. Hi, it's James T. Harris. Before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to help deliver relief to patients right here in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. They concentrate your body's own healing factors right where the pain is coming from. The whole idea is to give you a real chance to hold off on surgery, or in some cases, avoid it altogether. That's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that could change your life. Don't just accept surgery as your only choice. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion. The consultation is absolutely free with clinics in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. 602-837-PAIN. That's 602-837-PAIN.
Free shouldn't come with a catch. With iHeartRadio, it doesn't. No monthly fees, no trial periods. Radio, music, podcasts. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
The Mazda More to Move You sales event is going on now at Mark Mazda in Scottsdale.
Roger and Tracy F. saved over $18,400. Cynthia was recovering from a family tragedy and saved over $10,300. If you're overwhelmed by credit card debt, then call Debt Blue. Debt Blue is a professional debt negotiation firm with over 20 years of experience, helping people pay back only a fraction of the debt they owe. Learn how to cut your debt up to half or maybe more. Be debt-free in 24 to 48 months, even with bad credit, with an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. DebtBlue offers a success guarantee. You pay nothing unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved.
I would absolutely recommend somebody calling DebtBlue because the money that they saved you, the headache that they saved you.
Call now for significant debt relief at 800-200-0788. That's 800-200-0788. This program works if you owe $10, $20, or even $100,000. Call now for your free consultation. 800-200-0788. That's 800-200-0788.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Bet365.
Running back Ashton Genty was helped off the field with an ankle injury at Raiders camp yesterday. The Raiders don't think it's a long-term injury. Browns pass rusher Alex Wright, however, is out for the season in Cleveland with an Achilles injury. Meanwhile, Browns coach Todd Monken says he'll announce his starting quarterback today, either Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders. And baseball included the Braves' 4-2 win over the Brewers in the annual Little League Classic game in Williamsport. I'm Matt McCoy.
With Bet365, early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona.
Everyone wants answers. I'm just really confused about what happened that day.
A new podcast series, Fault Line Haditha, tells the story of a shocking crime and a cover-up at the highest levels of the United States Marine Corps.
If you've got 5 players and you offer immunity to 4, you better be right about the 5th. Because if you're not, then you've just given immunity to your killer.
Listen to Fault Line Haditha on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Fault Line Haditha and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Truth, justice, and the Hannity way. Sean Hannity. Today at 1 on your smart speaker. Say, play 550 KFYI.
You're listening to the Conservative Circus 550 KFYI 790 KNST, the free iHeart Radio app. We are also streaming live on YouTube, my friends, at 550 KFYI. Chris Mays says Katie Hobbs won't be charged because prosecutors wouldn't prove a quid pro quo. But the kicker is Hobbs twice vetoed legislation designed to shine more light on the very kind of political money at the center of this investigation.
You know what I can't wait for? I can't wait for Katie Hobbs have to answer to this pay-for-play scandal during the gubernatorial debate between her and Andy Biggs.
Yeah.
That's going to happen, right?
Well, what about in the debate? Is there going to be a debate between Warren Peterson and Chris Mays?
I would assume not, because there's also not going to be a debate against Sina Kerr and former Republican John Giles. They're not debating either.
That is a new thing. Democrats just do not want to debate. We'll be talking to Andy Biggs at 6:30 and Mr. Peterson, at Warren Peterson at 7. Just to seeing they won't debate, we'll just get them into the center ring, to talk about their opponents. It's maddening. You can't make this stuff up. After 2 years of investigating Governor Katie Hobbs and the Sunshine residential homes, pay-to-play allegations, they've just gone poof, poof. In the meantime, we have Katie Hobbs out with a new campaign commercial. I mean, I'm telling you, this is good stuff. I think that now that Katie Hobbs has been cleared, the slate is clean of any wrongdoing, she's bringing in the heavy hitters to help her get reelected to the governorship. And believe it or not, none other than Senator Astronaut jumped on board to do this little ditty.
Hey, I'm passing the phone to someone who does triathlons for fun.
I'm passing the phone to someone who is basically Top Gun.
And I'm passing the phone to somebody who is an identical twin.
I'm passing the phone to someone who's an identical twin.
I'm now asking that you take a second and imagine how dangerous it would be if a MAGA election denier became governor of a swing state. Trump continues to attack our elections, and our governors are holding the line. We can't let Trump's hand-picked candidate oversee the 2028 election. So join me by chipping in to support Katie Hobbs.
Oh, that was the commercial? That was it?
Yeah.
Sorry. I lost focus there for a minute.
Oh, you did? You want to hear it again?
Not really, but I feel like you're going to make me.
Katie Hobbs and Senator Astronaut.
Hey, I'm passing the phone to someone who does triathlons for fun.
Hold on a second.
Oh, boy.
I didn't know that Katie Hobbs did triathlons.
For fun?
For fun.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. On a list of accomplishments of what I was looking for in the governor, that's the first selling point I'd want.
I mean, she's really good at running away.
But triathlon, isn't that like a 5K? Don't you run a 5 or 10? Like, she just runs short distances.
Isn't that when you have to run, bike, and swim or something like that?
Yeah.
All of that. She does those for fun.
Okay, well, good for her.
I'm passing the phone to someone who is basically Top Gun.
Hold on.
Oh, see, he
basically Top Gun. Tom Cruise kind of Top Gun?
He's more like Maverick, right? Or Iceman.
Well, which one would he be?
Well, Maverick,
I think he'd be
Maverick was Tom Cruise, right?
Right.
And Iceman was Val Kilmer.
Right.
He'd be like Merlin or something.
Wait, Merlin?
The unknown.
Who's the one that died?
Exactly.
Was that Goose?
That was Goose. Goose died.
He'd be like Merlin.
You think Merlin?
Yeah, nobody knows him.
But wasn't Merlin a black dude? I think Merlin was a black dude.
Or like Wolfman, or one of the ones that isn't, nobody knows.
Top Gun. No, he's not like Top Gun. But he's an astronaut. You got to give him that. He's a Senator Astronaut. Go ahead.
On the phone to somebody who is an identical twin.
I'm passing the phone to someone.
Wait. Just pause this for a minute. So this is a commercial that they're using to try and encourage people to vote. The top two characteristics are she's a triathlete and a twin.
No. Yeah, triathlete and a twin, yeah.
That has... What in a blankety blank does that matter to me in my life in Arizona?
I don't. It doesn't.
Okay. I mean, lots of people are twins. It doesn't.
Right. We're getting to the good stuff, though. We're getting to the good stuff. Right.
All right.
Here we go.
Who's an identical twin.
Mm-hmm. I'm now asking that you take a second and imagine how dangerous it would be if a MAGA election denier became governor of a swing state.
Hold on a second. How dangerous it would be if a MAGA election denier became governor of the state. Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, I think they're taking a shot at Andy Biggs.
Oh, they are?
Right.
Oh,
right.
I thought they're taking a shot at themselves. But she's not a MAGA, but talking about election denying. How dangerous is it to have a veto queen as a governor of a state?
How dangerous is it to have someone who stole an election as governor of a swing state?
That's a very good question. That is a very good question. Okay, let the Senator Astronaut finish here.
Continues to attack our elections, and our governors are holding the line. We can't let Trump's hand-picked candidate oversee the 2028 election. So join me by chipping in to support Katie Hobbs.
Okay. Do you know who else Senator Astronaut is supporting big time? El Said. Yeah, I mean, this is embarrassing. I'm telling you, from a political standpoint, Arizona is an embarrassment.
I don't know, man. She's a twin. It makes me want to pull out my credit card and donate.
She's a
twin.
She runs triathlons. Didn't he say multiple triathlons? She's a
triathlete.
She's a triathlete here. Right. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. I'm sorry, that was wrong. That was wrong. You can be healthy and still be a little bit chunky. I know this is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, the real danger, according to Katie Hobbs and the Senator Astronaut, is Andy Biggs. And Andy Biggs will be in the center ring coming up next. My friends, if you haven't been to Tombstone Tactical lately, now is the time to stop in, because every weekend, Friday through Sunday, a different top firearm manufacturer takes center stage with special pricing on some of your favorite brands. The manufacturer changes every weekend, so there's always a new reason to get back down to Tombstone Tactical and save. Now, while you're there, ask about the big month-long giveaway. Stop in for all the details and your chance to win. Thinking about upgrading your collection? Tombstone Tactical is your destination to buy, sell, trade, or consign firearms. Whether you're looking for something new or ready to turn a firearm you no longer use into cash, credit, their knowledgeable staff can help every step of the way. And don't miss out on the latest arrivals. Follow Tombstone Tactical on Instagram to see new inventory, weekend specials, and upcoming events before anyone else. New deals every weekend. Great brands, great people, great prices. That's Tombstone Tactical. Right off the I-17 and Metro Center between Dunlap and Peoria. You be sure to tell them James T. sent you.
2 Phoenix police officers accused of a violent traffic stop are no longer with the department. Officials say Luis Vasquez Jr. and Antonio Felix were arrested and fired for their alleged involvement in the traffic stop with a couple in Tempe on August 5th. The couple said they had been beaten and tased by the officers who weren't wearing typical police uniforms. Brutally warm temperatures are sticking around in the valley through the next week. The National Weather Service extended an extreme heat warning for the Phoenix metro area with a new expiration date scheduled for Saturday evening. The current advisory was first issued last Monday and will be nearly 2 weeks long if it's not extended again. The U.S. is prepping restrictive new sanctions on Iran. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says he'll hold a news conference today to lay out the economic pressures the administration plans to impose on Iran and its key allies. The White House described the measures as the toughest sanctions in history. President Trump says Canada is to blame for trade tensions between the two countries. In a post on Truth Social early Sunday, the president wrote that Canada wants the benefits of being a state without being one, adding that the country has charged farmers massive amount of tariffs for many years. This comes after U.S. tariffs against a wide range of Canadian goods went into effect early Saturday after negotiators from both sides failed to reach an agreement. And now let's check your traffic.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
There's a crash eastbound on I-10 near 67th Avenue. They're off on the right shoulder, but slowing things down in the area. Another collision, this time in Mesa. It's on the 60. It's headed westbound near Alma School. That one, though, is off right. The Loop 101 in the West Valley dealing with a wreck as well. This is going to be southbound 101 near Glendale. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Stream it live on Disney Plus and Hulu. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way to be there.
Turn up the style with Burlington. Shop the brands you love and the looks you want without the high prices. From festival-ready fits to everyday favorites, it's never been easier to look good and save big. Burlington, where great style meets even better deals.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-869-2045 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-869-2045. That's 800-869-2045. What do you have to lose? Call 800-869-2045. Again, 800-869-2045.
You feel trapped by your low interest rate? 25 years of payments left and you'd like to move, but you can't afford with the current interest rates? Then you need to check out the Life Changer loan, where you can pay off in just a few short years without changing a dime of spending habit, regardless of the rate environment. You see, when you can do your banking inside your mortgage, it's not about the rate, it's about cash flow. It's not magic, it's just math. So learn more at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit smiletunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
You've thought about moving some of your IRA into gold. Most people have. Here's what stops them. They think it's complicated. It's not. Golden Crest Metals moves existing IRA and 401k money into physical gold and silver every day, tax and penalty free. Featured on Fox Business and CNBC. Plus, receive up to $25,000 in free silver with a qualifying purchase. Call 888-447-7857. That's 888-447-7857. Not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk. Free silver offer is a 10% bonus in silver on qualifying purchases of premium mintage coins. $10,000 minimum purchase required. Bonus silver capped at $25,000 and credited to customer account. See goldencrestmetals.com for full terms.
550 KFYI. From local stories to global headlines. Guaranteed human.
Well, welcome to the conservative circus on 550 KFYI, 790 KNST, the free iHeartRadio app, streaming live on YouTube at 550 KFYI. Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays says the case against Governor Katie Hobbs is closed. This after a 2-year investigation. And now Hobbs won't debate her Republican opponent either. Apparently, our governor has developed a remarkable ability to avoid uncomfortable questions. Fortunately, Andy Biggs has not. Congressman Andy Biggs is now joining us in the center ring. And Congressman, you're an attorney, so I want you to parse Chris May's language very carefully. She didn't simply say nothing happened. She said investigators did not uncover evidence of the necessary quid pro quo to support a bribery charge. Now, as a lawyer, what does that tell you, and how significant is it that investigators never got Governor Hobbs to sit for an in-person interview?
Well, I mean, all those things are really questionable. I mean, the notion that they were looking for a specific quid pro quo is kind of rare. It's that would be like something you'd see on TV. The real quid pro quos are when you see people exchanging dollars and then being rewarded later somehow somewhere else. And that's what kind of happened here. When you look at the allegations and you look at the evidence, you saw $400,000 change hands going in to directly benefit Katie Hobbs in her campaign and her inaugural fund and all of that. And oddly enough, that followed up with roughly 35% increase in the state contracted rate to this entity, Sunshine Acres, and they did that with they're the only two that got it. That one and one other one got it. And you would say, well, of course you don't see a direct quid pro quo, but you do see something that's pretty correlative, and that becomes a huge problem. The fact that she wouldn't sit down for an interview, that's my guess is she would have sat there and said, she's going to take the fifth the whole time anyway. So
probably, but still, to your point, she didn't sit down. She wasn't forced to sit down. If you were investigating a potential quid pro quo involving the governor, wouldn't the governor herself be the one of the most important witnesses you would want sitting across the table answering follow-up questions?
Yeah, absolutely. And so here's what also I thought was odd about it. Well, first of all, let's just Democrat Attorney General, Democrat Governor, and then all this money exchanges hands, $400K for $4 million, roughly. So if the reality is that you don't think the governor did something, maybe somebody on her team did or something like that, then where is that indictment? You know what I mean? So if it's not the governor, who is it? Are you just telling me that this just happened organically? That this is par for the course type of thing? I mean, that's really part and parcel to the problem is because Chris May said there was something stinky that went here. Mm-hmm. It has to be fixed. This has to be fixed. And Wendy Rogers got a bill through earlier that should have fixed it ostensibly. T.J. Shope put a bill on Governor Hobbs' desk, but she vetoed that one, of like so many. And so I find myself just saying, who should have been indicted then? You said there was this massive problem that has to be fixed, number one. Number two, you can't find a quid pro quo directly with the governor. But who on our staff then okayed the rate increase, and how did that come about? How did that come about?
These are questions apparently we're never going to get answers to. Congressman, we had the governor, and we've had the Senator Astronaut. They both said that you are a dangerous man. Dangerous. Because you're an election denier and you're too dangerous to be governor of the great state of Arizona. I think if they really feel that way, there should be a debate, but Governor Hobbs has flatly refused to debate you, saying debates amount to short sound bites in political theater. What questions do you think Hobbs doesn't want to answer?
Well, any of them. She doesn't want to say, how come you need an iPad to welcome Buc-ee's into Arizona? I mean, look, we're talking about everything that she has done in her record. So how about she vetoes the Parents' Bill of Rights? She vetoes the legal definition of male versus female. She vetoes the informed consent for school vaccinations. She vetoes parental access to children's medical records. I mean, it goes down. And because it isn't the number of vetoes that she did, James, it is what the policies were. And so somebody like me up there's just not enough time to actually go through all of the policies that she's radically vetoed, I mean, that she's taken a position on. So I like to say that she's dangerously incompetent. That's what the problem is. But just get it here. This is her going into her Joe Biden mode again. Now, you remember what happened when Biden ran against Trump? Things were pretty close. Then Joe Biden does the debate. He does so poorly, reveals to the world that he is incompetent, and so Trump goes on to this huge victory. The same thing would happen with Katie Hobbs. I mean, and I know it, you know it, and guess what? She knows it too.
She does know it. And we're still going to press for that debate, but we know that she won't capitulate. So we'll continue to have you on to talk about what's happening with the state, what you want to do about the state. But I just thought this would be a timely, very, very timely to have you on right now after we get the machine covering for Hobbs and we get the Senator Astronaut coming in talking about you being dangerous. Dangerous. That is the dangerous Congressman Andy Biggs. I want to thank you very much for joining us this morning. Dangerous. I don't know. You know who else is really dangerous out there right now? The trade war in Canada. You hear what Canada is saying about the United States?
It's not good things.
It's not good things at all.
I'm a little concerned.
Are you worried?
Yeah, I collect hockey cards. You know where a lot of those are manufactured?
Yeah, also your hockey jerseys.
Yeah, the premium jerseys are manufactured in Canada. A lot of the ones I wear are manufactured in Indonesia, so those will be
will be safe.
Yeah, it's the high end ones. There's actually a premium placed on what they call MIC jerseys, made in Canada. But they cost an obscene amount of money, and I only have 4 or 5.
Well, they cost an obscene amount of money right now, but now that the tariffs war is
going to cost about 50% more.
I guess I can assume you won't be buying any of those jerseys.
Not legally.
We're going to talk about the new trade war. And even Canadians are saying to other Canadians, what's wrong with you? Stay tuned. Let me ask you something. Has your business changed over the last few years? Of course it has. More employees, more responsibility, more moving parts, but for a lot of business owners, the insurance setup never changed with the business. Same old brokers, same yearly phone calls, same confusing paperwork. That's where SuperSure comes in. SuperSure is built for growing businesses with more than 25 employees, giving you one super agent who helps coordinate your business coverage and employee benefits across the year, not just when renewal shows up. They can review your current policies, help organize your coverage in one place, and even translate insurance language into plain English with their fine print fax tool. And I love this idea. Their business value calculator can help estimate what your business may be worth today, giving you another way to think about protecting what you've built. If your business has grown, maybe your insurance approach should too. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com. Paid for by SuperSure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
From the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
I-10 eastbound still dealing with a collision near 67th Avenue. They're going to be off on the right shoulder. And on the westbound side of the 10, right near State Route 587, you've got a crash off right. Another wreck, this time on the 60. It's westbound near Alma School Road. That one is off right as well. If you have a traffic tip, give us a call on that tip line, 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Iran's trying to push buttons, seeing
Anthony
how
Fauci needs to be helped. Every American needs to stand up.
Hear about it? Talk about it.
Have their voices heard.
On 550 KFYI on the iHeartRadio app.
It's a buyer's market. Sellers are negotiating great deals. Don't miss out. LundMortgage.com/Garrett.
Are you someone that's waiting for the next housing crash? In the last 75 years since 1950, prices have only dropped 7 times. That's right, 7. Stop stalling and start building equity. The market waits for no one. For all things mortgage, call Lund Mortgage.
The name to remember? Mark Kia. Mark Kia. See our full inventory at markkia.com now.
Hi, guys. This is the Rocket Roger Clemens. You don't pitch in the majors for 24 years without feeling it later. Shoulders, elbows, knees. Trust me, pain doesn't retire when you do.
That's baseball legend Roger Clemens.
I tried the ice. I tried rest, PT, nothing really worked. When I heard about QC Kinetics, the concept sounded promising. Non-surgical regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself without surgery. Sign me up, just what I needed, real lasting relief.
Whether you're a former pro, a weekend golfer, or just want to walk around pain-free again, QC Kinetics uses cutting-edge technology and natural biologics to help restore and repair damaged tissue.
I trusted them with my joints. Now I'm back doing what I love.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 602-837-7246. In Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. That's 837-7246. 837-7246.
You don't pay for iHeartRadio. Our advertisers do. That's why it's always been and always will be 100% free. Radio, music, podcasts. Download the iHeartRadio app now.
Hi, it's Jim Clark, Republic Monetary Exchange, Arizona's premier dealer in precious metals. I've said for years that we have the best prices around when buying gold and silver coins and bullion. While we believe everyone should own precious metals, sometimes you may need to sell. If so, keep us in mind. We also pay the most for your gold and silver, even if you didn't buy it from us. So whether buying or selling, we offer immediate delivery and payment. No waiting. We're Republic Monetary Exchange in Phoenix on Camelback, just east of 40th Street, 602-682-GOLD or rmegold.com.
The Mazda More to Move You sales event is going on now at Mark Mazda in Scottsdale.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 602-855-9542 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 602-855-9542 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 602-855-9542 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinic treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 602-855-9542.
The extreme heat warning is still in effect with a high around 109 degrees today. Tonight, mostly clear and getting down to 90. Tomorrow, an even hotter day, 114 for the high. Then closing out Tuesday night with mostly clear skies and a low of 91. I'm Matt Mattinson, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Hastings & Hastings.
I'm David Hastings for Hastings & Hastings. I'll never understand why attorneys charge 1/3 or more to handle your accident case. Our discount fee is only 29%. That's Hastings & Hastings.
Call Hastings & Hastings.
Thanks to you, we're helping teachers bring more opportunities, creativity, and learning into their classrooms every day. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, making a real difference for teachers and students. And we're not done yet. Keep listening as we get ready to recognize and reward some truly inspiring educators. Celebrate this year's incredible teachers and the difference they're making at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Talking about...
Gotta keep talking the good talk.
The stuff that matters.
I think I've been listening to y'all in the 18-year plus range.
550 KFYI on iHeartRadio.
You are listening to the Conservative Circus 550 KFYI 790 KNST, the free iHeartRadio app. Canada is very, very angry with President Trump. Here's the story. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney says Canada is at war with the United States after trade talks collapsed with the Trump administration. U.S. tariffs against a wide range of Canadian goods went into effect early Saturday after negotiations from both sides failed to reach an agreement. On Saturday morning, Carney gave a speech to Canadians calling the U.S. terms a bad deal, and he claimed America has changed and that sometimes its signature is written in pencil. That's what Carney said. We are not prepared to compromise Canada's sovereignty. And he added, you're at war when you're attacked, and we got attacked. Who might he be talking about? America's changed. We got attacked.
Actually, you didn't get attacked, Mr. Prime Minister, because if you had, your big brother would probably protect you.
Come on now. Come on.
You haven't been attacked in pretty much your entire existence because you have the greatest country that's ever existed immediately to your south.
Well, what does Canada have? Why is Canada so angry with us?
Because they've been radicalized and taken over by a bunch of leftists.
This has been going on for a while, though. I mean, I remember back...
Well, I can tell you why.
Okay.
Because we've won the Stanley Cup for like the last 35 years. You
know what?
It's a sport they invented, and then we have dominated in this country. I don't think they've won the Stanley Cup since like 1992,
I think that has something to do with it. That's like rubbing salt into the wound.
I mean, imagine if the Toronto Raptors won all of the NBA championships since, like, we even took the gold medal out of the Olympics.
Well, you know what? They almost got the revenge last year, in the baseball World Series, but they didn't.
But they didn't.
This is why they're salt. This is part of this is pouring salt on the wound.
Plus, they're already a little agitated. I mean, you got all the Indians coming over there and polluting Canada's a pristine country. Used to be. And now they're bathing in the rivers and throwing all the trash in the waterways. And
when we think about, we don't really have anything negative to say about Canada. I mean, we jest at them, we poke fun at them.
Brian Adams sucks,
but they seriously have a problem with this. This is in the midst of the trade. This is a Canadian who popped up on my feed saying, you know what? America's not even thinking about us, but Canadians have America on the brain.
And I find it interesting how Canada always has an opinion on America, whether it be on the politics, American entertainment, American football or whatever, sports, American celebrities, American presidents, always has an opinion on it. Versus, say, America. America rarely, if ever, has an opinion on Canada.
We don't.
And if anything, when they think about Canada, the few times they do, all they hope for Canada is the best. And I think it gets America wondering, asking themselves this question: is, since when did you stop liking us? A lot of Americans didn't realize that Canada.
Right.
You don't like us? Really?
If I asked the both of you, do you know how many provinces are in Canada?
Wait a minute. Wait.
I mean, if you asked a Canadian how many states are in the United States, they would.
5, 6. Is there 7? Are there 7
You
provinces?
are incorrect, James.
6?
No.
You are also incorrect.
5?
There are 10 provinces in Canada, plus 3 territories way up north.
They have territories?
Yeah, way up north. Way
like the North Pole, like where Santa?
Yeah, the northern territories. Yeah, where Santa Claus
That's
lives,
embarrassing. I should have known they had 10 provinces.
Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, New Brunswick, Newfoundland, and Labrador is one.
Labrador.
Yeah.
Like in
Nova
the dog?
Scotia, Ontario, Prince Edward Island, Quebec, and Saskatchewan.
I didn't know about Prince Edward.
People forget all those like Atlantic territory, provinces there.
Okay.
It's like Delaware.
All right.
Nobody really remembers.
I don't. There's no reason for Canadians to have this. You know what it is? It's the big brother, little brother thing, I guess.
Well, you know what it is, don't you? It's Trump derangement syndrome.
Well, there's that. That didn't help either.
And Trump called out decades of getting screwed over by Canada, and they just thought that relationship should continue. That you know what they are? They're like the younger brother who big brother is successful, has a good paying job, making a lot of money.
Got a pretty girlfriend.
Best house you've ever seen.
Yup.
And little brother, I mean, he's not a deadbeat the way Mexico is, but he's not all that successful and lives in big brother's shadow, but always coming over asking for money.
Yep.
He's like Cousin Eddie in the Christmas Vacation movies, right? And instead of just taking him to Wally's World and buying the dog food and everything else like in Christmas Vacation, Trump's come in and said, hey, you know what? I could show you how to be as successful as, maybe not as successful as me because I'm special.
They don't want to take that advice.
But you got to stop coming over, and I'm not buying the good presents for your kids anymore. I'm not taking your family to Disney World.
You know what? When you are exceptional, like the United States of America, and you get Canada that's average, maybe a little bit below average, that can cause some animosity. That's what we're seeing from Canada. Straight up animosity.
Yeah. I mean, they're just jealous. It's petty jealousy mixed in with some Trump derangement syndrome, because as we've tried to reset normalcy in America, they've gone completely bonkers left.
Most of their cities are only about 20, 30 miles from the border. We should just snatch them up. Make them America.
We don't need to. They want to come to us. We'll just let Alberta lead the way.
All we want is Alberta, really, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want Ontario. Montreal speaks French. We can just give that back to the French.
Yeah, take it back.
And Canadian whiskey sucks compared to American bourbon.
Really, really does. I mean, I was about to say something controversial, but I won't.
Molson or Budweiser?
Stop it.
Well, I mean, I guess Molson hasn't put Dylan Mulvaney on a can, but
we can't. Budweiser is. Well, that was Bud Light that did that. That wasn't Budweiser, really Budweiser. So Schlitz or that.
Schlitz isn't. They're not even making that anymore.
I think they made their last brew last month.
Okay, you got to get a collector's can and hold on to it.
Absolutely. We got Warren Peterson in the center ring. He wants to be the next attorney general. I think that's a good move on his part. We'll talk to him about the latest move from AG Mays letting the governor off the hook. Trump has stopped the flow of fentanyl and violent criminals at our southern border. That's the Hannity Morning Minute on 550 KFYI and 790 KNST.
The Hannity Morning Minute is sponsored by Lund Mortgage.
The conservative underground meets right now. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
12 plus million unvetted illegals in our country, never mind the gotaways, from over 200 countries, amongst them known terrorists, murderers, rapists, child molesters, other violent criminals, cartel members, gang members. Under President Trump, he showed, you can stop the influx of illegal immigration. You know, we now have negative net migration in 2025. That's the first time in half a century the president stopped more than 10,000 individuals with narco-terrorism ties from entering. The president signed the, Halt Fentanyl Act. What are Democrats doing? Pardons to illegals that are convicted of sexually attacking 10-year-old girls repeatedly.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Right, everybody cares about health, wellness, fitness, nutrition, and so many of us are guessing our way through our health, guessing what foods to eat, what supplements to take, wondering why some things make us feel better than others. Now, that's where Viome comes in. It's a simple, at-home gut health test that uses advanced RNA technology. It analyzes your gut microbiome to understand how your body is truly functioning in this moment. And from there, Viome then creates a personalized food and supplement plan designed specifically for your body. Right, Linda? You've been doing this.
I have been doing it, and the test is easy. It's got great steps. It walks you right through. It's easy to do. You can send it right in.
Take the guesswork out of it. Get real data. Go to VIOME/Hannity. VIOME.com/Hannity today. And when you follow their plan, you can expect better digestion, more energy, improved mood. Stop guessing. Start knowing.
Arizona summers are no joke. Triple-digit temperatures in monsoon season put your air conditioner through the ultimate test. When your AC needs help, trust the experts at Parker & Sons. Their trust-certified technicians are available 24/7 for repairs, maintenance, and new system installations to keep your home cool and comfortable all season long. Visit parkerandsons.com today or call 602-2-REPAIR to schedule your service. That's parkerandsons.com or 602-2-REPAIR.
If you're the type of person who wants data, not assumptions, Prenuvo's whole body scan gives you a deep understanding of your health. Screen for over 500 conditions, including many cancers, autoimmune disorders, neurodegenerative diseases, and more. Add blood panels to test over 80 biomarkers. And you've got information about your body you may never have had before. Book your scan at Prenuvo.com. That's Prenuvo.com.
From the Republic Monetary Exchange Studio, this is KFYI Phoenix, KYOT HD2 Phoenix, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
No longer on the force. From the 550 KFYI newsroom, I'm at Mattinson. Two former Phoenix police officers are facing multiple felony charges in connection to a recent traffic stop. Luis Vasquez Jr. and Antonio Felix have their bond set at $100,000. A driver and his passenger tell investigators they were beaten and tased by the officers during an August 5th traffic stop. Maricopa County Prosecutor Tom Van Dorn.
Your Honor, police officers hold one of the most sacred positions of trust in our society on the condition that they will use their authority to protect and serve and not cause harm. But that's exactly what these defendants did. They caused harm.
The officers have been fired and charged with kidnapping, aggravated assault, and robbery. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney says retaliatory tariffs on the U.S. will begin on September 8th. He announced the move over the weekend in response to the Trump administration's new 50% tariffs on Canadian goods. The new U.S. tariffs impact $20 billion worth of Canadian imports. Prescott Valley's mayor is in trouble with the law after a confrontation in the next town over. Cal Paguda was at a saloon in Prescott last week when he allegedly sat down next to another man's wife when he walked away. The man came back and the pair exchanged words. Then at some point, Belguda allegedly pushed the man toward the bar. The mayor was cited for the incident and now faces misdemeanor assault and disorderly conduct. On social media, Belguda thanked Prescott police for their professionalism and he remains committed to serving the residents of Prescott Valley. Now we'll look at your money. The Dow is currently up 62 points to 53,339. Let's take a look at our drive around town with 550 KFYI traffic.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
I-10 headed eastbound. That earlier collision near 67th Avenue looks like it's cleared. Unfortunately, we still have delays. 107th Avenue over to 7th Avenue, a 23-minute ride. That's a 12-minute delay there. Then State Route 347 northbound at Riggs Road. Watch out for a crash. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Staples. All right, it's officially the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, 20% off for teachers, and more. Check out all the deals at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
From the Weather Center, here's Fox 10's Crystal Ortiz.
Today, our forecast high temperature 109 degrees. There is a low chance of passing showers or storms this evening. Otherwise, the clouds thinning as we go throughout the day. Partly cloudy conditions this afternoon and a low of 88 degrees expected overnight.
Currently 90 in Phoenix. Your next news at 7:27 on Newstalk 550 KFYI. Guaranteed human.
Attorney General Chris Mays says the Hobbs investigation is over. The Republican that wants her job says not so fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the Conservative Circus with James T. Harris.
Attorney General Chris Mays has closed the book on the 2-year investigation into Governor Katie Hobbs and the alleged pay-to-play arrangement involving Sunshine residential homes. Now, Mays says investigators couldn't establish the quid pro quo necessary to bring bribery charges. But her Republican opponent, Senate President Warren Peterson, says the investigation raises serious questions about whether Mays protected a fellow Democrat. And we have Warren Peterson in the center ring. Warren, you accused Chris Mays of shielding Katie Hobbs. That's a serious accusation. What specifically about this investigation leads you to believe this was political rather than simply prosecutors concluding that they didn't have enough evidence?
Good morning, James T. Thanks for having me on. Well, there's a lot of things that are pointing to a cover-up here. First of all, this should have been finished in months, not years. She tried to bury it into a weekend dump. She used to be a reporter, if you recall. She tried to bury it into a weekend dump. But the final report that they came out with just doesn't make sense. They're saying, the company was too big, so we had to give them a raise. Them only them a raise. So if you look at it, there's nothing wrong with the legislature doing an appropriation, giving all the companies a raise. The problem here is one company got the raise, nobody else got it, and it's the same company that gave hundreds of thousands of dollars to Katie Hobbs and the Democrat Party. So the question is why? If it's bribery, then they need to be prosecuted. But their response is just that they were too big. Well, that doesn't make sense. You could have smaller companies, and I've talked to some folks who used to work for DCS. They could have given the job to other companies.
Investigators went through more than 100,000 documents and a terabyte of data. Mays is going to say, "What more do you want us to do?" What's your answer to that question?
She needs to put out the interviews and the depositions. So all the people she's interviewed with and talked to, that needs to come out into the public. And then the public can make their judgment on whether this is pay-to-play or not.
The governor did not sit for an in-person interview with investigators, though. And if you're investigating whether there was a quid pro quo involving the governor's administration, how do you close the case without sitting across from the governor and questioning her?
Yeah, I mean, this just shows you what a joke California Chris Mays is. She didn't even interview Katie Hobbs. There's something called a subpoena. You can force her to come in for an interview. So just imagine the soft gloves that hardened criminals are getting from Chris Mays if she's treating Katie Hobbs like this. So, yeah, absolutely. It just shows that everything points to a cover-up. Chris, the bottom line is Chris Mays is soft on crime. This is why, for the first time ever, the challenger, me, has the full support from law enforcement against the sitting incumbent, and Chris Mays has no public safety support. She's the top cop without any cops supporting her.
We have Senate President Warren Peterson in the center ring. He wants to be the next Attorney General for the great state of Arizona. Here's the political problem for Mays. She's a Democrat Attorney General investigating a Democratic governor and ultimately deciding there's no prosecutable case. How should an Attorney General handle an investigation like this so the public can have confidence that politics didn't influence the outcome?
She should have referred it out. She should have referred it to Rachel Mitchell. The irony is she actually, what we've heard is she intimidated or tried to force Rachel Mitchell out of it. So she actually, not only did she not refer it to her, she's trying to push Rachel Mitchell out of the case.
I mean, you're right. I mean, if she should have farmed it out, she could have asked the Attorney General or state attorney, and that would have, I think that would have been satisfying. I think people would have, they trust Rachel Mitchell. That would have been the transparency that we were looking for, but that did not happen. That didn't happen at all. So this leaves a cloud over the Attorney General's office. It definitely leaves a cloud over Governor Hobbs, but is it going to be cloudy enough for people to really ask for more sunlight? I mean, are they going to get away with this?
Well, I appreciate you, bringing it up and reporting. I think they're just so used to the media in general kind of giving them cover, but I got a lot of calls about this over the weekend. There's a lot of interest, and I know they're both praying that this will just disappear, but it's with your help and other folks in the media, we can get the word out and make sure the public is aware of the scandal.
Are you scheduled to debate Attorney General Chris Mays?
We are. Yeah, we've got a debate scheduled for September 23rd. With the clean elections debate.
Hell has frozen over. A Democrat statewide candidate in Arizona is actually going to debate. My
we'll
God.
We'll find out. My understanding is that she will show up. So.
Well,
that would be 4 years ago, unlike Hobbs.
Right? Yeah. Well, this should be very exciting. We're going to have to mark the calendar for this one. Yes, this will be the first of the Democrats to actually be willing to debate something that should be everyone's civic duty for this office. I imagine you're chomping at the bit for that.
Oh, absolutely. I think when people see the difference between Chris Mays and me, it's not even close. I mean, we align with the majority of Arizona, and she's with the fringe left.
Warren Peterson, State Senate President Warren Peterson, I want to thank you very much for joining us this morning and bringing us, what you would do if you were the Attorney General. We have a debate.
An actual real debate.
I'm excited about that. I never thought I'd be excited about a debate, but a debate in Arizona is a rare thing, especially when Democrats are in charge. So, yeah.
It's like the Triple Indy.
The DSA has chosen violence. This shouldn't surprise us. But I have to tell you that the rhetoric over the weekend was very, very disturbing. And they're coming right out and they're saying, sometimes you're going to have to do what you need to do. And this point, they're talking violence. Stay tuned. Here's a personal invitation from Jim Clark and the people at Republic Monetary Exchange. And it's not just for you. Bring your friends, your family, or your colleagues, anyone who wants to understand what Washington is doing to your money. Come in and have a conversation. No obligation, no pressure, just information. They'll explain why the purchasing power of your dollars keep falling, why central banks around the world, including China, continue buying gold, and how Washington's massive debt combined with higher interest costs could put even more pressure on your financial future. Most importantly, they will explain how gold and silver can be used to help protect what you've worked so hard to build. Jim Clark and his team have helped thousands of people understand precious metals, and they will answer your questions too. So accept the invitation. Stop by Republic Monetary Exchange on Camelback just east of 40th Street in Phoenix. Call 602-682-GOLD or visit rmegold.com.
From the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
I-10 headed eastbound. That earlier collision near 67th Avenue looks like it's cleared. Unfortunately, we still have delays. 107th Avenue over to 7th Avenue, a 23-minute ride. That's a 12-minute delay there. Then State Route 347 northbound at Ridge Road. Watch out for a crash. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Staples. All right, it's officially the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, 20% off for teachers, and more. Check out all the deals at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
Glenn Beck, time check. We are in critical times. Take some time to listen. I'll show you what's going on tonight at 7. Have no fear, but do have information. 550 KFYI on the free iHeartRadio app.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal, book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Make this the year you get active and healthy. Visit the Good Feet store.
The name to remember? Mark Kia. Mark Kia. See our full inventory at markkia.com now.
If you've been searching for a gift that's truly one of a kind, I've got an idea you'll love. At SmileTunes.com, you can create a custom song for your sweetheart using your own memories and love story. It's personal, meaningful, and guaranteed to make them smile. Whether you're celebrating an anniversary, a proposal, or just want to remind them how much they mean to you, there's no gift quite like hearing your story in a song. Visit SmileTunes.com and start creating today.
If you have great credit but still in a traditional mortgage, then you will most likely spend 25 years longer in debt than you have to. Learn about the Life Changer loan where you can do your banking inside of your mortgage, where the average client pays off their home in just 5 years and saves over $250,000 in interest and keeps 24/7 access to their equity. The future of banking and mortgage is here. It's not magic. It's just math. So learn more at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp. An equal housing lender.
Want more than just awareness for your business? An iHeartRadio Music Festival partnership can help your business drive action with sweepstakes, ticket giveaways, QR codes, and more. Make your business part of the iHeartRadio Music Festival today at iHeartAdvertising.com.
Hi, it's Garrett Lewis. I get my firearms, my accessories, all from Bear Arms Firearms, a family-owned firearms shop in the heart of Scottsdale at Scottsdale and Shea. They have over 2,500 new and used firearms, the best prices, and their staff will help you if you're looking to modify your firearm or help first-time firearms buyers. A great, friendly staff. They want to buy your firearms and any military items you may have as well because they love this country. Bear Arms in Scottsdale, beararmsaz.com.
The Mazda More to Move You sales event is going on now at Mark Mazda in Scottsdale.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for.
the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. The extreme heat warning is still in effect with a high around 109 degrees today. Tonight, mostly clear and getting down to 90. Tomorrow, an even hotter day, 114 for the high. Then closing out Tuesday night with mostly clear skies and a low of 91. I'm at Mattinson, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. AI is making applications look better than ever, but knowing who has the skills still takes experience. Robert Half's recruiters combine their experience with award-winning matching technology to help you find specialized talent in Phoenix. Visit roberthalf.com/talent.
Everyone wants answers. I'm just really confused about what happened that day.
A new podcast series, Fault Line Haditha, tells the story of a shocking crime and a cover-up at the highest levels of the United States Marine Corps.
If you've got 5 players and you offer immunity to 4, you better be right about the 5th. Because if you're not, then you've just given immunity to your killer.
Listen to Fault Line Haditha on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Fault Line Haditha and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Stay connected with the Conservative Circus. Follow the show on Twitter at James T. Harris.
You're listening to the Conservative Circus, 550 KFYI, 790 KNST, the free iHeart Radio app, streaming live on YouTube at 550 KFYI.
Hey, I've got good news.
Oh.
You know, we love to grow the Conservative Circus across the state of Arizona and nationwide with people listening on the free iHeart Radio app and watching us on the YouTube channel. Our good friend, Bob in Tucson, is back.
Oh.
And he was listening when we were talking about the tariff discussions in Canada.
Yeah, something waiting.
Right? And I mentioned that, you know, I take this personal because I buy hockey jerseys. The ones made in Canada are going to be a lot more. And, well, Bob offered some helpful suggestions, James. Bob said that I could probably afford to buy more jerseys if I didn't eat so much. That is
so in other words,
hurtful.
You're saying you're fat.
And body shaming, and I just shed a little tear and moved on. But welcome back, Bob. Because
welcome back, Bob.
Last week you told us you were never effing listening again. But that's
us.
Okay.
You know, what was that?
Welcome all. We're a Big Ten.
Isn't that, what was that from the Godfather movie that you didn't like? You don't like those?
I didn't say I didn't like them. I just don't think they're the greatest movies ever made, like so many people.
Can't leave us. He can't break away. We suck him back in. Yeah.
Welcome back, Bob.
Welcome, Bob.
Appreciate you.
Yes, absolutely. But those were almost violent words. You said, you know, you're too fat to wear hockey jerseys.
I've said, and I'll say again, if you really want to hurt my feelings, calling me fat ain't the way to do it.
The Democrat Socialists of America. Do you remember a time, you know, in the 1970s, this is a little bit before you all, when you had the Weather Underground going around blowing up stuff? You had bombs
Bill
going
Ayers.
up on college campuses. Yeah, Bill
now
Ayers.
he gets to be a professor.
Absolutely. But during the 70s, when we had this political violence, you didn't have Democrats coming out saying that this is necessary. I mean, Democrats would condemn it wholeheartedly. There's no room for political violence.
Violence is not the answer.
Correct.
We can agree to disagree peacefully.
Correct.
A debate of ideas.
I may not agree with what you have to say, but I will die for your right to say it. That's what lefties used to say. Not anymore. Now you've got DSA members saying that our country needs to change, and by any means necessary, even violence.
We have seen that the Democratic Party establishment that we have has to be ripped out. We can actually start to grab hold of the ship of state and steer it in our direction, but it's going to be a violent process.
Our country needs to change, and this Democratic Party needs to change. I was more than glad to go on Hassan's stream. This is we need as Democrats, we need to go into these spaces.
Israel has a plan of creating a greater Israel in the Middle East.
And Eretz Israel would require Israel to expand, quintuple its size by eating up half of Lebanon, parts of Iraq, parts of Egypt, most of Jordan, parts of Iran.
We're talking about eating up. We're talking about we need to rip. We're talking about, this we used to get harassed, criticized, chastised.
We couldn't even say economic bloodbath without being chastised for months by the mainstream media.
That's not all. This is centered around, Hassan Piker. Of course, he is the podcaster that most of these Democrats will use his platform to try to advance their message, even though Hassan Piker is one of the most violent individuals in his rhetoric.
For the murder of Rick Scott because of a disagreement over, government-funded health care. Said he was going to wipe his rear end with the United States Constitution.
Hassan Piker really crossed the line over the weekend. I mean, this has caused a lot of people to be enraged. As we're approaching the 1-year anniversary of the assassination of Charlie Kirk, Hassan Piker was at an event. He was on stage and he started to mock Charlie Kirk with a song.
By the way, that want you canceled, want you fired if you happen to misgender a transgender person. They want you to be fined criminally if you call a he a she or a she a he in their own perverse linear chart of what type of gender you are. Meanwhile, they're going to go up on stage and mock the death of Charlie Kirk and Christians.
Yeah. And you want to talk about provoking violence? I mean, it's like you're poking the bear. Charlie Kirk was brutally assassinated in front of hundreds of people, in front of the nation. And the Democrats can't show any decency. And these Democrat socialists, they're not even trying. Their rhetoric, their language, their mocking is beyond the pale.
Well, this is par for the course for them. These are the same people that cheered and lauded when Hamas invaded Israel and murdered innocent civilians at a music festival. These are the same people that cheered in the streets when the young girls were being dragged and raped in the public square.
And now here they are, talking about how Israel is going out and ripping through the Middle East. I mean, this is sick stuff. Who was this? Joey Jones was on Fox News. He was very angry. He kind of had to edit his commentary. He started popping off. He was responding to Hassan Piker's mocking of Charlie Kirk.
How tall is Hassan Piker? He's tall guy. He's 6'3", 6'4", maybe 6'2". I didn't know they could stack that high, because that's what that is. You don't have to honor Charlie Kirk. You can still debate his ideas and go to task for what you believe in. God forbid if I'm ever in a place where I feel like I should celebrate the death of someone I disagree with because they had the audacity to be passionate about something, try to live that as an example, and influence young people to think and care about more than social media and credit cards. And that's what Charlie Kirk did.
Do you remember the pushback? And some people would say rightfully that Donald Trump got when he commented on Truth Social following the murder of Rob Reiner and his wife, allegedly by their son. It was not tasteful. It was unbecoming. He should do better. But here you have Hassan Piker doing a full-on skit. I mean, this is performative.
It's the double standard is excruciating. Excruciating. Scott Jennings weighed in on the DSA and their violence, their bend towards violence, and we're going to talk about that coming up next.
So if you're trying to sell a car, you probably know what a pain in the rear end it used to be to have to put up social media posts, hope somebody would call you, only to be disappointed time and time again when they continually try to lowball you. Well, that's why you can just go to GiveMeTheVin.com. They've changed the game. It's because Give Me the VIN is in business of buying your daily driver, your pickup, your SUV, your minivan, sports car, it doesn't matter. If it has tires and a wheel, GiveMeTheVin.com wants to buy it, and they will pay you more than CarMax or Carvana, or they'll back it up with a $100 guarantee. They've made the process super easy. You go to GiveMeTheVin.com. You put in your VIN or even just your license plate number, answer a few short questions, and then you'll get an offer. You decide to sell your car to GiveMeTheVin.com, they will come to you to buy it. It's why GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
2 former Phoenix police officers are facing multiple felony charges in connection to a recent traffic stop. Luis Vasquez Jr. and Antonio Felix have their bond set at $100,000. A driver and his passenger tell investigators they were beaten and tased by the officers during an August 5th traffic stop. The officers have been fired and charged with kidnapping, aggravated assault, and robbery. Phoenix police have released new surveillance video in an effort to solve a murder from 8 years ago. In July of 2018, police responded to a call of a shooting near 51st Avenue and Indian School Road. It was there they found 26-year-old Matthew Graves with a gunshot wound. He was rushed to the hospital in critical condition, but later died. Police say the video shows a person connected to the shooting. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is doubling down on warnings about the White House's offensive against Iran. He echoed President Trump on the military operations against Iran, saying the U.S. has destroyed nearly all of its military factories and dismantled its nuclear program. Thousands of people are under evacuation orders in Reno, Nevada, as a fast-moving wildfire threatens the northern part of the city. Around 42,000 people have been ordered out because of the Hawk Fire, a blaze that's burned 15,000 acres since starting Saturday. And now let's check your traffic.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
State Route 347 dealing with a collision this morning northbound near Riggs Road. Looks like they are off right, but it's slowing things down in the area. Then in the West Valley, baseline west of State Route 85, a wreck there, and a crash in the North Valley, Cactus, right around 52nd Street. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Hastings & Hastings.
I'm David Hastings for Hastings & Hastings. I'll never understand why attorneys charge 1/3 or more to handle your accident case. Our discount fee is only 29%. That's Hastings & Hastings.
Call Hastings & Hastings.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
Presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Stream it live on Disney Plus and Hulu. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way to be there.
We all love the idea of whiter teeth. The sensitivity that can come from whitening treatment? Not so much. Sensodyne Clinical White actively whitens your teeth without the wince. Try Sensodyne Clinical White today. Proud partner of the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
No required subscriptions, no trial periods, no surprise charges, no monthly fees. iHeartRadio is different. It's 100% free. Download the iHeartRadio app now.
Paid for by government. Have you heard? The United States Mint has released the first ever dual date 1776 to 2026 American Eagle silver dollar in collector quality. Minted in 99.9% pure silver with a 1-year only Liberty Bell 250th special privy to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. Coin experts are calling this an amazing limited time opportunity for anyone that knows the enduring popularity of the Silver Eagle. These limited edition collector quality Silver Eagles are brand new, bright and shiny legal tender coins minted at the iconic West Point Mint. Call now and you are guaranteed a new 99.9% pure silver dual dated 1-year only issue Silver Eagle. The first time in history this has happened. But with limited quantities, you must call now to order. To learn more, call 1-800-935-7267. If you order now, you'll receive a free collector bonus of $50 value free with every order. Call 1-800-935-7267 now to secure your new 2026 American Silver Eagle before they are gone.
If you're looking for a place to grow spiritually in the middle of a busy life, InTouch.org is designed for you. Explore practical, biblical teaching from Dr. Charles Stanley,
daily devotionals, free study guides, and messages that speak to real-life challenges. Whether you're searching for direction, comfort, or a deeper understanding of God's Word, you'll find tools to help you take the next step. Discover resources that meet you right where you are at intouch.org.
Shh, here it comes. Surprise! The people above your catering business are doing major construction, and the drilling is only during business hours. It's so loud.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money, getting personalized discounts on a commercial auto quote with Progressive.
Also, that isn't powdered sugar on the floor. It's plaster from your ceiling.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
If you've been searching for a gift that's truly one of a kind, I've got an idea you'll love. At SmileTunes.com, you can create a custom song for your sweetheart using your own memories and love story. It's personal, meaningful, and guaranteed to make them smile. Whether you're celebrating an anniversary, a proposal, or just want to remind them how much they mean to you, there's no gift quite like hearing your story in a song. Visit SmileTunes.com and start creating today.
Want up to $25,000 in free silver? When you make a qualifying purchase through Golden Crest Metals, you can receive up to $25,000 in real silver added to your account. Call 888-447-7857 now for your free information kit. That's 888-447-7857. Again, call 888-447-7857. Not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk. Free silver offer is a 10% bonus in silver on qualifying purchases of premium mintage coins. $10,000 minimum purchase required. Bonus silver capped at $25,000 and credited to customer account. See goldencrestmetals.com for full terms.
550 KFYI. Because real news deserves real voices. Guaranteed human.
You're listening to the Conservative Circus, 550 KFYI, 790 KNST, the free iHeartRadio app, streaming live on YouTube at 550 KFYI. When it comes to the communists in the DSA, an Eastern adage comes to mind. He who has run out of ideas throws the first punch. And it looks like the left, the Democrat Socialists of America, the commies, they've run out of ideas. And Scott Jennings on CNN talked about all the energy behind these socialists. Well, it's not peace, love, and harmony.
Well, I opened up my social media algorithm this morning, Maria, to find that the principal spokesperson for the Democratic Party, Hassan Piker, was leading a rally last night. Reading a rally last night to celebrate the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
That's
so I love the recitation of the talking points. All of the energy in your party is behind a bunch of violent socialists who have taken over the messaging operation of the Democratic Party. And look, midterms are historically good for the party out of power. I wonder if Democrats are squandering their opportunity because they've outsourced all of their energy and messaging to people who want to fundamentally rip out the United States of America root and branch.
He's right about that. I agree with him. Oh, Scott, come on. Oh, Scott, what are you poo-pooing? You're laughing at the fact that Charlie Kirk was mocked? Seriously? Are you mocking the fact that all of the energy right now in the Democrat Party is the Democrat Socialists of America, these violent Marxists? I mean, they're trying to push back on this. The Democrat Party is lost. They just don't know it yet. And they, they can try to argue, spar with Scott Jennings back and forth all they want. The Democrat Party is changing right in front of their face.
That message reeks of desperation on behalf of Republicans.
Pick it up, take a look at it. Are you
the midterm elections are just completely not going to be in their favor.
Defend it.
Because you look at the generic ballot,
she won't.
Democrats are ahead. You look at where Americans think which party is going to handle the economy better. Democrats are winning on that. And Scott, I appreciate that you're trying to smear every single Democrat with some of the craziness that you're talking about.
They're smearing themselves
but
it's by keeping these violent thugs around.
It's just not true, and the American people aren't buying it.
They're smearing themselves, Maria, by keeping people like this around.
Keep saying it. The American people aren't buying it.
I'm sorry. Kirsten Welker on Meet the Press Sunday morning. She had on Senator Tim Scott from South Carolina, from Cotton to Congress. Yeah, she had him on, and she was running interference. She was doing crisis comms for El Said. But from Cotton to Congress wasn't having it.
All right, let's talk about another state that you raised, another big state in Michigan, the face-off between Democrat Abdul El-Sayed and former Congressman Mike Rogers. The NRSC continues to put out social media posts claiming that Abdul El-Sayed has quote-unquote terrorist ties. And yet there is no evidence that he has terrorist ties. Senator, should the NRSC stop running those ads?
Well, we know without question that he had family members who helped resource Osama bin Laden. We know without question that he campaigns with Piker, who said at one point that America deserved 9/11.
Let's stay focused on Al-Sayed. Let's stay focused on Al-Sayed and what he has said and believes in.
Birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. The company you keep does matter. We all know that.
Don't we? There's no evidence. That's always there's no evidence that there was a campaign. There's no evidence. Birds of a feather do flock together. Yeah.
Just as Eric Swalwell and Ruben Gallego.
Well, do not be deceived. The bad company corrupts good character. That's the Bible.
Well, unfortunately for America, the media and the majority of the Democrat Party don't believe that.
Yeah. And that's why Tim Scott has to be on NBC educating Kristen Welker of just how radical El Said is.
Well, let's go to where he stands on the issues, though. There's a reason why even former Biden administration folks are joining with Republicans and hosting fundraisers throughout Michigan to support Mike Rogers. Here's one of the reasons why. We've got a candidate in Abdul El-Sayed who wants to abolish ICE. He wants to defund the police. Here's a candidate so radical that even Democrats in Michigan are joining forces for the first time with Republicans to elect Mike Rogers.
You see, what do you think Kirsten Welker's response to this is? What do you think? There's no evidence.
Just to be very clear, there is no evidence that Al-Sayed supports any terrorist organization. I just want to read this. A Washington Post analysis online found that, quote, nearly 1 in 3 posts about Al-Sayed from right-wing figures mentioned Islam, Muslims, or Sharia. Are Republicans trying to scare...
Kristen, shut... Okay, this coming from the same media that tried to, on the daily, associate Trump with Nazis and fascism and the far racist right in this country, even though there's no evidence to support it.
No evidence. No evidence, says Kirsten Welker. You know what? I got to give it to Tim Scott, though. He wouldn't let that go. He actually, there's so many receipts out there. There's so much evidence.
Not at all. What we're more concerned about and only concerned about is the positions he has spoken about. He's the one that said he was committed to Sharia law. No one else said that besides Abdul El-Sayed. He's the one that said he wanted to eliminate much of the national security apparatus that protects America. At the same time, he campaigns with Piker, who says America deserved 9/11.
And you should say Al-Sayed did denounce that on the
we should denounce that. He did denounce that. We should say that he denounced. Listen to this woman. Look at this.
When Donald Trump went on Joe Rogan's show, they brought up every single conspiracy theory that Joe Rogan has ever discussed. I can't believe that Donald Trump would go on a show that did.
Double standards. It's frustrating. It's infuriating. This isn't news. I mean, this is total bias. She really was being the comms director for El Said. She's trying to give coverage. Oh, but he walked up. He apologized for. There's no evidence.
What would happen if, I don't know, J.D. Vance went on and did a podcast with Alex Jones, do you think they would talk about that connection?
Yeah, absolutely they would. Look at what they're doing here. Look at what they are doing. That's not all. The black gay guys on MSNOW.
Yeah, which you have to be more specific. There's a lot.
Yeah, there are a lot of them. All of them are united in their opposition to Byron Donalds.
But why? I mean, he's a fellow African American, right? I mean, this is diversity. This is a diversity of ideas. This is black excellence.
Yep. They want him. I'm not gonna say dead. They want him gone. They would prefer the whites, anybody white, over Byron Donalds. I'm not playing. This is what they said. They said it. Stay tuned. Folks, pay close attention. Solar is more important today than it's ever been before. Arizona is facing an energy challenge that most people don't even realize is here. Our state is growing. Manufacturing is returning. Massive data centers are coming online, and they're consuming enormous amounts of electricity. Meanwhile, our families still need reliable power during the 115-degree summer days. Think about that. What happens if your power goes out when it's 115 degrees outside? This isn't just about lowering your electric bill anymore. It's about protecting your home, protecting your family, and having the peace of mind that comes from producing your own power. That's why Solar Sandy says solar with battery backup isn't a luxury. It's becoming a necessity. Already have solar? Great. Solar Sandy can add battery backup to keep your home powered when the grid is under stress. And if your original solar company is gone or your system never performed the way it's promised, her second time around solar program is designed to help you get your system back on track. Whether you're going solar for the first time or trying to fix systems that never lived up to the promises, Solar Sandy has over a decade of experience helping Arizona families get it right. Go to AskSolarSandy.com. That's AskSolarSandy.com, and you be sure to tell her James T. sent you.
From the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
State Route 347 dealing with a collision this morning northbound near Riggs Road. Looks like they are off right, but it's slowing things down in the area. Then in the West Valley, baseline west State Route 85, a wreck there, and a crash in the North Valley, Cactus, right around 52nd Street. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Still sleeping on that old bed? Mattress Firm's sleep experts can help you choose the perfect upgrade. They'll guide you every step, answering your questions. Shop today and save big during the best sale of the year. They make sleep easy.
Ouch. Fauci lying to us while pushing the vax.
Thank you very much.
While lining his pockets.
Garrett Lewis.
Not science.
This afternoon at 4.
That's corruption.
550 KFYI.
It's really a great pleasure.
Set a preset on the iHeartRadio app.
The name to remember? Mark Kia. Mark Kia. See our full inventory at markkia.com now.
In less than 10 minutes, you can find out if you're a good candidate for the Life Changer loan. You know the loan where you can do your banking inside of your mortgage and pay off in just a few short years and save 6 figures in interest? If you have great credit and are good with your money, then you absolutely should not be in a traditional mortgage regardless of the rate that you have. The future of banking and mortgage is here. It's not magic, it's just math. So learn more at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031 NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
The Mazda More to Move You sales event is going on now at Mark Mazda in Scottsdale.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Gold has hit near record highs, and many Americans are discovering they can move part of their existing IRA or 401k into physical gold and silver without paying taxes or penalties. It's called a rollover, and Golden Crest Metals helps investors do it every day. No cash out, no complicated paperwork, no hassle. Golden Crest is a nationally recognized precious metals firm seen on Fox Business and CNBC with an A- BBB rating and 5-star reviews. purchase. Plus, right now, receive up to $25,000 in free silver with a qualifying purchase. Call 888-447-7857 now. That's 888-447-7857. Call 888-447-7857. Not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk. Free silver offer is a 10% bonus in silver on qualifying purchases of premium mintage coins. $10,000 minimum purchase required. Bonus silver capped at $25,000 and credited to customer account. See goldencrestmetals.com for full terms.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-IHEART.
The extreme heat warning is still in effect with a high around 109 degrees today. Tonight, mostly clear and getting down to 90. Tomorrow, an even hotter day, 114 for the high. Then closing out Tuesday night with mostly clear skies and a low of 91. I'm at Mattinson, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Audible. When you start listening to books on Audible, traffic might seem like less of an annoyance and more of an opportunity for another chapter. Audible, stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com.
Thanks to you, we're helping teachers bring more opportunities, creativity, and learning into their classrooms every day. iHeartRadio's Think a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, making a real difference for teachers and students. And we're not done yet. Keep listening as we get ready to recognize and reward some truly inspiring educators. Celebrate this year's incredible teachers and the difference they're making at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
The information you need, the smart talk in between.
Thank you for all the wonderful work that you do to keep us informed.
550 KFYI on the iHeartRadio app.
You are listening to the Conservative Circus 550 KFYI 790 KNST, the free iHeartRadio app, streaming live on the YouTube of 550 KFYI. Jonathan Capehart and Eugene Daniels. They're two of the openly gay MSNOW. They're part of the weekend lineup. You would think, just being Americans of African descent, there would be a certain pride in a possible first in American politics. It would be the first time a black Republican was elected governor of a state. Not just any state. We're talking about Florida, the stronghold of the Republican Party.
One of America's most populous states, a very important state. You'd think this would be, even if you disagreed with someone politically.
See, this is what was expected of me. You know, when Obama was on the verge of becoming the president of the United States, and I was opposed to it. And
Come on, brother.
That was Don Lemon. Come on, brother. Steve Harvey. We need to do something about that N-word. They're talking about me. Because I didn't, you know.
What N-word?
Well, it was
the N-word?
Ninja. But yeah, the N-word. But he cut himself off. He got the N part out before some one of his show people like, but Steve. That's Steve Harvey. Who was I? I was just a weekend talk show host at the time. But boy, that garnered a lot of attention. How can you stand in the way of the first black president of the United States? I've been waiting for so long. We never thought this day was possible. And we got this ninja over there in Wisconsin at the time who's standing in the way. Somebody needs to get to him. Here we are, years later, with the opportunity, the first black governor, Republican. Isn't this exciting? This is a milestone. Not to Jonathan Capehart and Eugene Daniels. Oh, no. This is a problem.
They say that David Jolly, the Democratic nominee, is receiving 18% of registered Republicans, more than twice Donald's 7% among Democrats. Real fast, how do you think that will play into David Jolly's chances against Byron Donalds?
That's
part of the ingredients for him. The other part of the ingredient for a Jolly win, if it happens, is if he wins independence by 20.
See if we can redo that. That's this. There's a bug of ghost in the machine. A ghost in the machine. You've got Jonathan Capehart. He is a longtime MSNBC, MSNOW host. He's won the Pulitzer Prize. He's a prize-winning journalist and columnist. I mean, talk about a rarity. He's openly gay, and he co-hosts The Weekend. And then you got Eugene Daniels, another openly gay journalist who joined MSNOW as co-host of The Weekend along with Capehart. You got two black gay men
co-hosting a show together.
Breaking barriers.
Progress.
Barriers. And yet, as you'll see, they're holding something against their brother.
7% among Democrats. Real fast, how do you think that will play into David Jolly's chances against Byron Donald?
Yeah.
That's part of the ingredients for him. The other part of the fewer than 60% of the white vote.
Of the whites. You were the 20. That's how the white.
Oh, they need the racists. They need racists. The Democrats were in control.
Where they used to put on the hoods and scare them. Right. Keeping them away from the polls.
We need the Klan.
That's right.
David Jolly was just a Republican, so that's why it's so interesting, y'all. I think he came on our show the day after he had said he was going to be a Democrat.
He's working hard.
He's working hard. Marco Caputo, my favorite Florida man. Thank you.
It's David Jolly. He's the white guy that's running against him. He's my favorite. He's my favorite. What is going on here? What they bring on the white? This reminds me of Barack Obama, who remember he chastised the brothers for not coming out and supporting Kamala Harris, chastised the brothers, but then when he had an opportunity to support the sister, Winsome Sears, he pulls up and throws his weight behind Spanberger. What's that all about?
That's because party allegiance matters more than skin color. See,
absolutely.
They actually are judging people by the content of their character and their political beliefs over their skin color when it benefits them.
Yes. The hypocrisy on the left is just crazy. You've got a guy, his story is incredible. Byron Daniels, his story is incredible. It's something that should be celebrated by Americans. But no, he's Republican, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All of that. We want the white guy. Oh, man, if we can just get the whites to stay at home and not support Donald's. Isn't that something? You have white people voting for this black person. What's racist in the Republican Party? They want the Republican Party to be racist. They want the Republican Party to take on the attributes of the Democrat Party, the old Southern Democrat Party. The WNBA can't define a woman, but they sure do know how to throw one out of their game. We'll have that for you right after the news. You are listening to the Conservative Circus 550 KFYI 790 KNST and the free iHeartRadio app.
Back to school isn't just for the kids. It's a fresh start for your home, too. If a summer full of muddy shoes, pool towels, and snack spills left your carpets looking tired, let the trusted professionals at Zero Res help you hit reset with their Back to School BOGO. Now through Saturday, get 2 rooms cleaned for $129 and get 2 rooms free. Skip the rental machines and get back to clean without dirt-attracting soaps and harsh chemicals. Give your home the fresh start it deserves this school season. Call or book the KFYI special online at ZeroResPhoenix.com.
If you've been searching for a gift that's truly one of a kind, I've got an idea you'll love. At SmileTunes.com, you can create a custom song for your sweetheart using your own memories and love story. It's personal, meaningful, and guaranteed to make them smile. Whether you're celebrating an anniversary, a proposal, or just want to remind them how much they mean to you, there's no gift quite like hearing your story in a song. Visit SmileTunes.com and start creating today.
Why is China buying so much gold?
Jim Clark, Republic Monetary Exchange. They're adding record amounts of gold as a safe haven, diversifying away from the U.S. dollar and hedging against geopolitical risks. Just like we've been saying, Korea is now accumulating gold too. Instead of trusting the dollar, central banks around the world are preparing for the future with gold. You should also be prepared. Learn more. See us. Republic Monetary Exchange in Phoenix on Camelback, just east of 40th Street. 602-682-GOLD or rmegold.com.
Struggling to follow everyday conversations? Here.com can help. Meet the Horizon IX hearing aid. Nearly invisible and German engineered for the ultimate clarity. That's why over 670,000 people swear by Here.com. Try the Horizon IX for yourself with Here.com's 45-day no-risk trial. Call 844-HERE-300. That's 844-432-7300 or go to Here.com. Again, call 844-432-7300 or go to HEAR.com and claim your no-risk trial today.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Morgan & Morgan isn't just an injury firm. It's our family's life work. It's my husband, it's my sons, it's me. When we take a case, we see a family just like ours. $30 billion recovered is something I'm proud of. But what I'm really proud of are the families we stood beside. It's an honor to fight for you when you need our support the most. Morgan & Morgan, for the people and your family.
Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Arizona lawyer will handle Arizona cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
To have a roof over your head, a nice roof over your head, is very important.
That's Rick talking about his experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago, and they're very cooperative on getting us the right paint. They're in and out and done in no time. Once it was finished, looked great. We were very happy with it.
The main reason Rick called Rhino Shield is because Rhino Shield is backed by a 25-year warranty.
We've watched a lot of people get their house painted 3 or 4 times, and we haven't had to do any of it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to have to paint it every 5-7 years.
Take it from Rick. Put down that paintbrush and pick up your phone. Call Rhino Shield at 855-4-the-letter-U-RHINO. Call now and receive 10% off the regular price. Or go to rhinoshieldaz.com.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago. Financially makes sense, especially if it's going to last like this did. Still looks great.
For your 10% off, call now. 855-4-the-letter-U-RHINO. Or go to rhinoshieldaz.com.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Free shouldn't come with a catch. With iHeartRadio, it doesn't. No monthly fees, no trial periods. Radio, music, podcasts. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
From the Republic Monetary Exchange Studio, this is KFYI Phoenix, KYOT HD2 Phoenix, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Two former Phoenix police officers are facing multiple felony charges. From the 550 KFYI newsroom, I'm at Mattinson. It's in connection to a recent traffic stop. Luis Vasquez Jr. and Antonio Felix have their bond set at $100,000. A driver and his passenger tell investigators they were beaten and tased by the officers during an August 5th traffic stop. The officers have been fired and charged with kidnapping, aggravated assault, and robbery. President Trump is taking a swipe at Canada as trade tensions between the two countries intensify. Gabe Gutierrez has more.
President Trump posting Canada wants the benefits of being a state without being one. He's now imposing 50% tariffs on a variety of Canadian goods, from refrigerators and paper plates to hockey sticks and liquor.
In his post on Truth Social early yesterday, the president also said that Canada has charged farmers massive amounts of tariffs for many years. The new U.S. tariffs went into effect early Saturday after negotiators from both sides failed to reach an agreement. On Saturday morning, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney gave a speech calling the U.S. terms a bad deal and claiming America has changed. Valley gas prices are climbing as the week gets started. Data from AAA shows that the average price for a gallon of regular is $4.59, a 6-cent jump from yesterday, and is up 13 cents from last week. It's also over $1 more compared to last year. Meantime, the statewide average is $4.50, while the national figure is $4.09. Now we'll look at your money. The Dow is currently up 134 points. Let's take a look at our drive around town with 550 KFYI traffic.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
I-17 in the northbound direction dealing with a crash near Union Hills, and it looks like the right lane is blocked up there. Then on the southbound side of I-17, right around Jefferson, we have a collision reported in that area. And watch for a wreck State Route 347 northbound right around Riggs Road. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Albertsons and Safeway.
This week with digital coupons at Safeway and Albertsons, boneless beef petite sirloin steak value packs are $4.97 per pound first 2 packages. Plus yellow peaches, nectarines, or black plums are $1.47 per pound first 5 pounds. Hurry in, these deals won't last.
From the Weather Center, here's Fox 10's Crystal Ortiz.
Today, our forecast high temperature 109 degrees. There is a low chance of passing showers or storms this evening. Otherwise, the clouds thinning as we go throughout the day. Partly cloudy conditions this afternoon and a low of 88 degrees expected overnight.
Right now, it's 90 in Phoenix. Your next news at 8:27 on News Talk 550 KFYI. Guaranteed Human.
A former NBA player walked into a WNBA game wearing the most dangerous thing in America today, a dictionary definition.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the Conservative Circus with James T. Harris.
Yeah, but James, that definition is hurtful.
Hurtful?
Yeah, I'm going to read you.
Come on.
The heinous thing.
Right.
That was on the T-shirt that Enes Kanter Freedom wore when he was sitting courtside at a WNBA game.
Brace yourself.
He probably paid like $17 for that ticket.
This is horrible.
Yeah, if you've got children in the car, cover their ears.
3, 2, 1.
The T-shirt said, "Woman, noun, adult human female."
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Well,
3 words?
Well, woman was capitalized. Almost like a command. Like, woman, make me a sandwich.
That's how I refer to my wife sometimes. Everybody laughs. Woman!
Woman.
We've reached a point where satire,
human female.
Satire is unemployed. There's no more satire. Satire cannot compete with reality anymore.
It's not really satire. I mean, that's just biology. That's a statement of fact.
That shirt got him kicked out of the game.
Well, no, the shirt didn't get him kicked out of the game.
The reaction, the WNBA player's reaction to the shirt.
Kanter was sitting there at courtside at the game. I think what he was doing is research, preparing for his WNBA career. I mean, he was studying film and tape. We all know that to be a successful athlete in modern America requires a commitment that goes beyond just your athletic ability. So he was, doing some opposition research. Maybe it was a scouting trip, because if he's going to be the number 1 pick in the WNBA draft, maybe he was going to be drafted by the Chicago Sky.
It was late in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And that's when Chicago Sky guard Natasha Cloud, she walks toward Kanter and starts shouting at him. He gets up, spreads his arms, takes a couple of steps forward towards the court, and then security intervenes. Cloud has to be held back, and somehow Kanter Freedom is the guy or gal who was thrown out of the building.
Yeah. Cloud commented on social media after she attacked fellow female Enes Kanter Freedom.
What did she say?
She said that transgender people will always be protected by me.
Did she say that?
Yeah, that's what she said on Threads.
But then shouldn't she be trying to protect Kanter Freedom?
Well, he said he's a transgender woman. And some people don't believe him, though, and I think that's heinous, because I've been told that we have to believe all women.
Absolutely.
Even the ones that aren't biological women.
This is how the news reported. Listen to this. This is how the news reported Kanter being kicked out of the stadium.
And right before the break, this was the scene inside Wintrust Arena after Natasha Cloud got that bucket. She wanted her voice heard. We have talked about the conversations surrounding the W. That is Enes Kanter in the building today. And he has voiced how he's felt about the situation. Natasha Cloud voicing her opinion as well. Kanter was just escorted out.
Escorted out for expressing his opinion? What is going on here? And this isn't about basketball. Why is the basketball player coming off the court basically to yell at somebody's shirt?
Well, I mean, do you remember when the flack Charles Barkley got into when he would accost fans? How come Natasha Cloud wasn't kicked out, wasn't penalized, didn't have she attempted to assault a fan sitting courtside.
Her teammates had to hold her back. I don't know what she would have done if she got within striking range of Cantor. I mean, he's a big girl.
What would over a T-shirt? I wear opposing team T-shirts or jerseys in opponent. I don't expect to be assaulted by a player.
He wasn't even popping off. He was just cheering the game. He was a fan. She came to him. I'm telling you.
This is like Reggie Miller and Spike Lee, but if Reggie Miller had stepped in and tried to throw bows on Spike Lee during the
got
Knicks
Spike
Pacers.
Lee kicked out of the stadium. Come on. So emotional.
The Sky coach weighed in.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, Tyler Marsh.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much good things about this league and so many good things about the play of these players. And if you come to a game, you should probably come to enjoy the basketball.
That's what he was doing.
That seems pretty simple to me. I think these players have earned that. Being a former basketball player, talking about Enes Kanter freedom, you should probably understand that too.
That's exactly what he was doing, woman. Can I call you woman? That's exactly what he was doing. You know, Jennifer Say, she's the founder and CEO of XXXY Athletics. You know, those iconic shirts. I got to get one of those. She was there. She had a lot to say as well.
The WNBA is just one fail after the next. They just keep stepping in it. They keep trying to censor us and our message, whether it's, yelling at a young girl at the game in Seattle or telling Riley and I we couldn't have a sign or telling a woman in Atlanta she couldn't have the shirt. It's just censorship after censorship. They're trying to manage this message, but people aren't having it anymore. No one's afraid. People are emboldened. 75% of Americans agree that women's sports are for women. And the WNBA needs to take a leadership position. The commissioner needs to stand up and she needs to say, we're going to test for sex, put all of this chaos behind them and focus on basketball. But she won't do it because they have an agenda and it has nothing to do with basketball. It's all politics.
They have an agenda and it has nothing to do with basketball. It's all politics. She's 100%.
Jennifer Say, who we just heard from, isn't the only person that was supporting Enes Kanter freedom. There was another woman in the stands. Tricia Smith came from Boise, Idaho, wearing a Caitlin Clark Fever T-shirt. She was also in the front row, says she doesn't know Enes Kanter at all, but said he was wearing a shirt that says a woman is a human female. Everybody gets their you-know-what up a lot. It's not fair. I'm supporting him. I'll put him back in. Let's go. He does not deserve to get kicked out based on his actions. He was the one assaulted.
Again, the WNBA is on the wrong side of this. I mean, up, down, left, and right.
The player, Natasha Cloud, apparently after the game addressed her team, said she was worried about being a distraction. And
well, too late.
But her coach, the one we heard from earlier, said that Tash should always stand on principle. We stand for Tash.
Okay.
We all embrace Tash as someone that protects our team and protects vulnerable people that need to be protected.
Vulnerable people. We're talking about less than 1% of the population with all this brouhaha's about. We're talking about the fact that they can't bring themselves to define what a woman is. Enes Kanter freedom did, and look at all the hell that blew up. He gets kicked out of the stadium. He gets kicked out of the stadium because a girl or one of the players gets triggered. I mean, this is a hot mess.
Stephanie White, the Fever coach, she weighed in because she's come under fire for not supporting Sophie Cunningham. She told the media, it's important that people like you guys in this room don't give this situation any gas.
Too late.
This is a social media thing. We should focus on basketball.
Too late. and it's because you're not focused on basketball, at least female basketball, that this is the problem. I'm here for it. I'm loving it. I'm showing more interest in the WNBA than I ever have in my entire life.
This is going to be very interesting when whatever team Enes Kanter Freedom plays for next season has to go face-to-face with the Chicago Sky.
Oh.
Chicago Sky, by the way, they make some terrible personnel choices. I mean, because they drafted Angel Reese.
Oh.
And he's since been traded to the Atlanta. But, I mean, heaven forbid Chicago passes on the ability to draft Enes Kanter Freedom or Royce White.
I tell you what.
If you really wanted a championship, that girl is going to be dominant.
Yeah, she's stacked. BIPOCs beware. White folks have found it. They found their comeuppance. And they're starting to tell the truth about who really built this country.
Well, slaves built this country, right?
No.
I learned that from Disney Channel.
Oh, no. Stay tuned. The winter rains are coming. Actually, the summer rains are here and the windstorms are here, my friends. And your roof problems, they don't announce themselves. You got a roof problem when the water starts coming into your house. Keiko's been serving the Valley for 30 years under the same family ownership with a reputation built on quality, honesty, and taking care of people. When you call Keiko, you don't get an automated system. You get a live person right away who knows roofing and knows Arizona homes. Now, stay away from the fly-by-night roofers who show up after storms. Keiko is fully licensed, experienced, and trusted. Residential and commercial re-roofing repairs and recoding. They even offer free roof checkups because your roof may look fine, but the materials underneath could already be failing. Plus, financing is available, including 12 months, same as cash, and long-term zero-interest options. Your roof protects everything underneath it. Trust the team that's crazy about quality. I'm talking about Keiko Roofing. Visit KeikoRoofing.com.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
Watch for a collision on the 60. It's headed westbound near Gilbert Road. They're going to be off on the right shoulder. Then I-17 dealing with southbound crash activity near Peoria. That one's off right. Then another one reported down the road near Jefferson. And I-17 northbound, a collision near Union Hills. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Audible. When you start listening to books on Audible, traffic might seem like less of an annoyance and more of an opportunity for another chapter. Audible, stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com.
The midterms.
Check in for the latest.
The contest between common sense versus communism.
With communism, everything turns to
as November nears.
We're going to crush their souls. No, I don't think so.
Elections do have consequences.
Stay up to date with 550 KFYI.
You've thought about moving some of your IRA into gold. Most people have. Here's what stops them. They think it's complicated. It's not. Golden Crest Metals moves existing IRA and 401k money into physical gold and silver every day. Tax and penalty free. Featured on Fox Business and CNBC. Plus, receive up to $25,000 in free silver with a qualifying purchase. Call 888-447-7857. That's 888-447-7857. Not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk. Free silver offer is a 10% bonus in silver on qualifying purchases of premium mintage coins. $10,000 minimum purchase required. Bonus silver capped at $25,000 and credited to customer account. See goldencrestmetals.com for full terms.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Getting rear-ended once is bad enough. Don't let the insurance company hit you again with a lowball offer. Call an experienced attorney who knows how to fight and win. Call Lerner & Rowe today. 977-1900.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900. 977-1900.
The name to remember? Mark Kia. Mark Kia. See our full inventory at markkia.com now.
Fix it, Frankie. This is Ethel. Well, how long has your air conditioner been broken? Must be hot in there. You're cooking eggs on your tile floor? With sauteed onions and bell peppers. Sounds delicious, sir, but about the air conditioner, my Frankie can fix that. Yes, he's on his way now. He likes them over easy with a little hot sauce on the side. Rye toast is perfect. Okay, bye now.
Fix It Frankie.
My Frankie can fix anything.
FixItFrankie.com.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-IHEART.
You feel trapped by your low interest rate? 25 years of payments left and you'd like to move, but you can't afford with the current interest rates? Then you need to check out the Life Changer loan, where you can pay off in just a few short years without changing a dime of spending habit, regardless of the rate environment. You see, when you can do your banking inside your mortgage, it's not about the rate, it's about cash flow. It's not magic. It's just math. So learn more at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
Flowers eventually wilt. Greeting cards end up hidden in a drawer. But imagine giving someone special a meaningful song written just for them. Their unique story, their best memories, their favorite moments, all turned into a beautiful song they'll want to listen to again and again. Whether it's for an anniversary, birthday, wedding, or just because, SmileTunes creates truly special gifts that they will never, ever forget. Visit SmileTunes.com and don't just say I love you, sing it with SmileTunes.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial # law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The Mazda More to Move You sales event is going on now at Mark Mazda in Scottsdale.
Make this the year you get active and healthy. Visit the Good Feet store.
Roger and Tracy F. saved over $18,400. Cynthia was recovering from a family tragedy and saved over $10,300. If you're overwhelmed by credit card debt, then call Debt Blue. Debt Blue is a professional debt negotiation firm with over 20 years of experience, helping people pay back only a fraction of the debt they owe. Learn how to cut your debt up to half or maybe more. Be debt-free in 24 to 48 months, even with bad credit, with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Debt Blue offers a success guarantee. You pay nothing unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved.
I would absolutely recommend somebody calling Debt Blue because the money that they saved you, the headache that they saved you.
Call now for significant debt relief at 800-200-0788. That's 800-200-0788. This program works if you owe $10, $20, or even $100,000. Call now for your free consultation. 800-200-0788. That's 800-200-0788.
From the Whitfield Nursery's Weather Center.
The extreme heat warning is still in effect with a high around 109 degrees today. Tonight, mostly clear and getting down to 90. Tomorrow, an even hotter day, 114 for the high. Then closing out Tuesday night with mostly clear skies and a low of 91. I'm at Mattinson, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Talking Stick Resort.
Celebrate Halloween in style at Talking Stick Resort's Wicked Ball at Studio 101, October 30th. Dress to impress and compete for a share of $15,000 in the costume contest. Tickets at TalkingStickResort.com. Must be 21 or older. Problem gambling. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
The countdown to the new NFL season is on.
And now, all 32 in-market local teams can be heard on the free iHeartRadio app.
He's in! That's a jet touchdown! Just open the app and search your favorite team.
Plus, Fox Sports Radio breaks it all down.
As we get closer to week 1.
It's crazy, and it's fun.
Join the conversation and stay locked in. Live, local games with you all season long.
Download the iHeartRadio app.
Search NFL and press play.
Hey, it's Garrett Lewis. Chris Mays does not charge Katie Hobbs in her pay-to-play scandal. Warren Peterson running for AG reacts on my show today at 5 on KFYI.
You are listening to the Conservative Circus, 550 KFYI, 790 KNST, the free iHeartRadio app, streaming live on YouTube at 550 KFYI.
Yeah, like and subscribe to the page if you don't mind. Really helps us out here.
You know, for years, we've been told that slaves built this country.
This country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country.
Not one promise has been kept to Black Americans in this country when every bit of prosperity you enjoy was built on our backs.
The slaves built this country.
I wake up every morning in a house that was built by slaves.
Slaves built this country, and we demand our 40 acres and a mule. About that, you can keep the mule.
Keep the 40.
We're taking our freedom.
Yes.
Wasn't
That's
it
the Disney Channel. That was yeah.
Slaves built this country. There was a gentleman was invited on a podcast. This was a BIPOC young lady. Invited him on. And they wanted to discuss, who is responsible for building America. And this guy, this was so good. His response was so good that I actually almost stood up and started cheering. I had not heard anything like this before. I had not heard white folks really stand up for themselves in a very cogent way.
This country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country.
Is that what he said?
No, he didn't say that.
Oh, that's not what he said?
No, that's not what he said. That's not what he said at all. This is Jared Taylor on really who's responsible for building the wonderful country that you live in today.
Furthermore, what you're saying is somehow whites were about to choke to death on their own homogeneity when people like yourself kindly arrived with diversity and saved us from ourselves. No, we built a wonderful country that your ancestors could not have been. That is why people like you come here. And the more you come in larger numbers, you will change the country my ancestors built into something else. And it is completely normal for me to wish to oppose that.
Mr. Taylor, I've taken enough of your time.
Got a break.
She couldn't respond to that. But my goodness, we've allowed all of these people from all over the world to come here and dictate to us how this country should be.
Slaves built this country.
I'm sorry, slaves did not build this country. They did not. They were told what to build and where to build it. They were told what to pick and how to pick it.
Labor. Slaves provided the labor.
Yes.
That is, but no more so than I guess what was Egypt built by slaves?
Slaves built this
Rome
country.
Was Rome built by slaves?
No.
Was the Great Wall of China built by slaves?
This was so good. I want to play it for you again.
Slaves built this country.
Not that.
Oh, not that? Oh,
No.
sorry. It's got a nice ring to it.
It does. I want to hear from the white dude. Here you go.
Somehow, whites were about to choke to death on their own homogeneity when people like yourself kindly arrived with diversity and saved us from ourselves. No, we built a wonderful country that your ancestors could not have been. That is why people like you come here. And the more you come in larger numbers, you will change the country my ancestors built into something else. And it is completely normal for me to wish to oppose that.
This is the white version of a
Mr. Taylor,
Manning.
I've taken enough of your time.
I'm sorry. Mr. Taylor, I've taken enough of your time. David Manning says the same thing, Pastor David Manning. You built nothing. Then you come over here and you claim you try to acquire what you didn't build this. You didn't. Slaves built the White House. Shut up. They may have.
Okay. My stepfather, when I was growing up, worked in construction. He did interior drywall construction and he did ceiling work, raised floors.
Right.
And he would go around. We would drive around the city sometimes and he'd be like, hey, you see that building over there? I did the walls in that. But he didn't sit there and go, I built it. I built this.
You owe me because I built this.
I know the construction company, the architects, the engineers built it. He provided the labor. He took pride in that.
Of course.
Absolutely.
You can take pride in this country.
The slave experience is part of the culmination and the totality of American history, and it can't be dismissed.
Can't be. Shouldn't be.
But to act like it was the slaves and the slaves alone that contributed to American greatness is
absurd.
Disingenuous.
And the montage that you put together, one of the little children is out there saying, we want our 40 acres and a mule. No, we don't want our 40 acres. Listen, Republicans offered up. That was a Republican idea. Radical Republicans offered up 40 acres and a mule. It was well underway until the Democrats came in under the Reconstruction and squashed it.
Slaves built this country.
They did not build this country. they do have a story in the founding of this country. I should say in the tapestry of America. But stop it. And this guy's response, I mean, Jared Taylor, what was this, Pablo? Who was our guy who was just... Yeah, Jared Taylor. Jared Taylor. Yeah. He absolutely laid it out. What a wonderful country that your ancestors could not have built. Did not build.
Well, it goes back
here. You migrated over here.
The sentiment that I'm done apologizing for American greatness.
You left your SO country.
Yeah, I'm done giving land acknowledgments. I'm done acting like the European colonist, ingenuity in history wasn't the founding part of American greatness.
Absolutely. Kudos. That's why we're giving this guy a shout out, Jared Taylor.
Slaves built this country.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
Can they give the Lord some praise in here today?
We can. Yes, we can. Amen. We got the Congressman Abe Hamadeh in the center ring to weigh in.
On this?
No, not slaves.
Okay.
No, he's not going to weigh in on that. He's going to weigh in on Hassan Piker and on Hobbs Mays. He should be.
The fact that Mays refuses to charge Hobbs for the play-to-play scandal, I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that they're homies and that it's an election year in Arizona.
And the fact that he should be the attorney general right now. Sorry.
Whoa. You need to be careful. That would make you an election denier. And the next thing you know, Katie Hobbs won't come on this show to debate you.
Oh, no. Stay tuned, my friends. Have you protected yourself and your family with silver, the next generational metal? If not, now may be the time to take a serious look. Citi, one of the world's largest banks, is forecasting silver could hit $75 in the near term and $90 within the next 6 to 12 months. Why? Well, my friends at Republic Monetary Exchange have been telling you about soaring industrial demand from solar panels to the massive build-out of AI data centers. But now Citi is also pointing to recovering investment demand, while the silver market is expected to remain in deficit for a 7th consecutive year in 2027. Now, think about that. Growing industrial demand, returning investment demand, limited supply, and a precious metal with thousands of years of monetary history. Silver may offer both opportunity and protection. Call or stop by Republic Monetary Exchange today. This is where I get my silver. Love it. On Camelback, just east of 40th Street in Phoenix, 602-682-GOLD, or visit rmegold.com.
Brutally warm temperatures are sticking around in the valley through the next week. The National Weather Service extended an extreme heat warning for the Phoenix metro area with a new expiration date scheduled for Saturday evening. The current advisory was first issued last Monday and will be nearly 2 weeks long if it's not extended again. Police say a driver suspected of impairment crashed into a hospice facility in Phoenix. The Phoenix Police Department said when officers arrived at the scene, they found a male driver inside the car who showed signs of impairment before being taken to a nearby hospital. There were employees in the hospice facility at the time of the crash, but none of them were injured. Authorities also learned that the driver hit another car before crashing into the building. President Trump says he will raise tariffs on imports of cars, trucks, and auto parts from Canada to 50%. He made the announcement in a Truth Social post this morning after the two countries failed to reach a trade agreement over the weekend. Trump said Canada has been ripping off the United States of America for years. The Lindsay Clancy murder trial in Massachusetts will hear more testimony today. The prosecution is still calling on rebuttal witnesses after the defense rested its case on Friday. Clancy has admitted to strangling her 3 young children in 2023, but has pleaded not guilty while claiming she had postpartum psychosis. And now let's check your traffic.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
I-17 dealing with crash activity southbound near Peoria. Watch for delays in the area there. Also a collision on the northbound side right around Union Hills. You've got a wrecked cactus at 83rd Street in Scottsdale and an accident involving a pedestrian baseline near 24th Street. If you have a traffic tip, give us a call on the tip line, 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by the YMCA. Hey, Arizona. When the school day ends, families need a place they trust. At the Y, kids are known by name, supported with homework help, and surrounded by caring adults. There's no place like this place. Learn more at ymca.org/nearme.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Shh, here it comes. Surprise! The people above your catering business are doing major construction, and the drilling is only during business hours. It's so loud.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money, getting personalized discounts on a commercial auto quote with Progressive.
Also, that isn't powdered sugar on the floor. It's plaster from your ceiling.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Everyone walks through seasons of uncertainty, but you don't have to walk through them alone. At intouch.org, you'll find messages of hope, biblical truth, and encouragement from Dr. Charles Stanley, available anytime you need it. Dive into devotionals, watch sermons, or explore resources that help you draw closer to God day by day. When you're ready to refocus your heart and renew your faith, visit intouch.org. It may be exactly what your soul needs today.
This is a sound of trouble. Buried in the underground, termites. After the storm, the clay soil turns cool. They begin their insidious move to make your home their meal. With 17 different types of termites, it takes special expertise to properly identify the species and eradicate. This is why other pest control companies recommend us to their customers and why we have great customer reviews. Rain is a termite's calling card. Yours is BillsTermitesCO.com.
Arizona summers are no joke. Triple-digit temperatures in monsoon season put your air conditioner through the ultimate test. When your AC needs help, trust the experts at Parker & Sons. Their trust-certified technicians are available 24/7 for repairs, maintenance, and new system installations to keep your home cool and comfortable all season long. Visit parkerandsons.com today or call 602-2-REPAIR to schedule your service. That's parkerandsons.com or 602-2-REPAIR.
550 KFYI. Made by people, for people. Guaranteed human.
You are listening to the Conservative Circus 550 KFYI 790 KNST, the free iHeartRadio app, streaming live on YouTube at 550 KFYI. Far left streamer Hassan Piker took to the stage this weekend and led a cheering crowd in singing "We Are Charlie Kirk," song that's become online vehicle for mocking Kirk, his Christian faith, and his assassination. Now, Congressman Abe Hamadeh saw the video and he responded with a warning. If there is any doubt in your mind on what is happening in our country, let this be a wake-up call. These comments will show no mercy, not even to the dead. I should say these communists is what he said. These are strong words. And Congressman Abe Hamadeh is in the center ring. And Congressman, your reaction was swift. And pretty brutal. These communists will show no mercy. What exactly do you believe is happening in our country right now?
James, I believe we're in the midst of a communist revolution. You look at the Democrat Party, they're being consumed by these far-left communists and these primaries, so they're having their own internal civil war. But watching that video of Hassan Piker, to see the inhumanity in his actions and his voice, I mean, this was a man who actually knew Charlie. You know, they civilly debated, and for him to be mocking his death nearly a year after he was murdered by another left-wing communist, goes to show you that these people they're gleeful that he died. You know, it's terrifying, especially being from Arizona, where many of us knew Charlie and what he represented and how many people he inspired. So the communists, they're on the march, James. We have to call it out forcefully, aggressively. The Democrats are apparently, look at Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, they're tolerating the communist takeover of their own party. It's something that all of us Americans, patriots, we fought communists before, and before the Soviets fall. It's made a roaring comeback, and I believe a lot of it is foreign influence, but these communists this is not something to take lightly, because they intend to take power by whatever means. I mean, they are the most aggressive form. If you look at their policy platform, they want to get rid of the U.S. Senate. They want to get rid of the executive branch. They want to take away property rights. I mean, these people, you got to believe what they say. And Mamdani, Abdul Saeed, all of these random candidates all across the country, they believe in the Democrat Socialist of America's agenda. And it's a communist manifesto. So we have to take it seriously, especially here in Arizona, when we got so many important races up and down the ballot. We have to vote Republican to stop these communists.
You know, let's talk about Arizona for a second. You're up for a re-election this year, but Democrats don't appear to be putting much muscle behind your opponent. Have they essentially conceded your district, or do you take nothing for granted?
I don't take anything for granted, James. I'm running against a terrible candidate. She's actually being investigated by the SEC. She has not filed any of her financial disclosures. She hasn't filed any of her reports for how much she raised in terms of money. So she just doesn't know what she's doing, or she's being very corrupt. And so we intend to spend a lot of money to expose her, because she's the type of person who wants to give illegal aliens Social Security and Medicare. She's actually said that publicly. I mean, this isn't your Democrat Party of 10 or 20 years ago, where we have some disagreements, but we generally want to take, our state and our country into a better direction. We just have different approaches to how we get there. No. This is now a party. The Democrat Party has turned into the party that they want abortion up until birth, which they just signed in Massachusetts, clapping, excited that they are supporting this. This is a party that wants to give illegal aliens health care and benefits better than our own veterans. So this is what we are fighting against. We are fighting against un-American communists, and I don't care if my opponent has no money. I don't care if she's a no name. I'm going to crush her and defeat her, because she is a communist, and we have to take every threat seriously.
We have Congressman Abe Hamadeh in the center ring. I have to ask you this question. I'd be remiss if I didn't, because we have Governor Katie Hobbs, Attorney General Chris Mays. They've now announced there will be no prosecution stemming from the Sunshine Residential Homes investigation. Now, her office says investigators found no evidence of the necessary quid pro quo support a bribery charge. Were you surprised by that conclusion?
No. How could I be surprised? I mean, the reason why Chris Mays is the illegitimate attorney general is because Katie Hobbs, the Secretary of State, withheld evidence as well. So, no, they're in cahoots together. The Democrats stick together no matter what. This was a sham investigation. We all know it. Obviously, Chris Mays decided not to investigate her and release this publicly 60 days before an election to exonerate her, to look at like that she's exonerated. So no, this is where Arizona has a captured government right now. I think there's still more. I wouldn't say this investigation is over, James. I wouldn't say this investigation is completely over. I think the federal government has an active role in public corruption, and if there's corruption, which I suspect there was, you might see the federal government going in. But regardless, I mean, what we have right now, the most important thing we have to do is this November get rid of both Chris Mays. I mean, my God, media is a headline. Arizona investigating homes. They don't even mention Katie Hobbs. Mm-hmm. They media is they are protecting Katie Hobbs at every turn. They know she's incompetent. They know she's a fool, and so we have the media is not going to hold the attorney general or the governor accountable. The attorney general is not going to hold the governor accountable. This is what you call a captive government. So it's up to we, the people, to show them accountability by voting them out of office.
Well, Congressman, I'll never let the audience forget that you should have been attorney general. I mean, that was the big travesty. And I think that's what set this whole thing up, to give her a complete and utter pass. When you put this all together, political violence, the celebration and mockery that follows it, growing distrust in government institutions, I mean, what do you tell Americans who feel like the rules, the culture, even basic standards of decency are breaking down all around them?
Well, as we celebrate our 250th anniversary, they should know that we have President Trump in office. He came back, and the greatest American comeback story ever. And you have people like myself in office. I look at my colleagues, my Republican colleagues in Congress. There's a lot of good people. There's a lot of good young people joining in and taking positions of power. And we're going to fight for the America we love. So as bleak as it sounds, to be honest, James, people ask me all the time. They say, Abe, how is it in Washington? You've got these Democrats, you got these communists. I tell them, I don't think there's a better time for me to be serving my country when my country actually needs me, when we actually have a purpose to fight for the survival of our republic. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to go there and be depressed about it. I take this as what an honor God has bestowed upon me and all of us to be in the midst of this. I mean, I think all of us were placed on this earth at this moment for a reason.
Okay.
And so I'm looking forward to fighting the communists. So this is a battle worth having because we have to expose them and we have to defeat them and utterly crush their ideology so it never rises again.
Congressman Abe Hamadeh, I want to thank you very much for weighing in on what is happening here in the state, what's happening in the country. Coming up next, remember when the left lost its mind over Kristi Noem killing her dog? Well, we've got something else for them to lose their mind over. Stay tuned.
Worse than the hassle of selling a car is selling it and then immediately thinking you might have left money on the table. You don't have to worry about that with GiveMeTheVin.com. They are America's best car buyer for a reason, and that is because they will pay you more than CarMax or Carvana at GiveMeTheVin.com, and they back that up with a $100 guarantee. So if you're looking to sell your car, go to GiveMeTheVin.com first. Plug in your car's VIN, answer a few questions, and within a matter of minutes, you will get a real offer. And then from there, the process couldn't be easier. You can either take your car to one of their Valley locations, or they will come by and pick it up from you. It's fast, it's easy, it's hassle-free, and you will get paid the most at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
From the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
Crash activity, I-17 headed northbound near Union Hills. That one is off, right? Better news, though, on southbound I-17 near Peoria. That earlier collision looks like it has cleared. Heads up, though, you do have a wreck on Buckeye right near the 17 frontage road. And another crash, this time Fry at Price. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. It's time to say goodnight to that check engine light with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. It'll help troubleshoot the likely cause of your light for free, so you can drive with peace of mind. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Ouch. Fauci lying to us while pushing the vax.
Thank you very much.
While lining his pockets.
Garrett Lewis.
Not science.
This afternoon at 4.
That's corruption.
550 KFYI.
It's really a great pleasure.
Set a preset on the iHeartRadio app.
And now, Babbel proudly presents The Cat Chat.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Yes, hi. I'm staying in room 22, and I was wondering if there was anyone I could chat with about my sheets. They seem to be making me just really itchy.
Pardon, vous avez dit chat?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I just want to chat with maybe like the cleaning service, see which detergent they use. Just a chat.
Chat.
Please, I'm so itchy.
Un instant, s'il vous plaît. Matisse, j'ai un client qui demande un chat.
Oh. My goodness, I thank you. It's just a chat, really just a...
Voila.
What?
Sir, you requested a cat to scratch you.
Traveling mistakes can really be absurd. Learn to speak like the locals with Babbel, and no one will mistake your chat for a cat.
Sir, please. Your cat.
Get up to 50% off on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to get up to 50% off. Babbel.com.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry, wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
The countdown to the NFL season is on, and Fox Sports Radio is where you join the conversation with the Dan Patrick Show.
You got some interesting scenarios here.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
You have to strike when the iron is hot in the NFL.
And more. Download the iHeartRadio app, search NFL, and listen now.
John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-IHEART.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 602-855-9542 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 602-855-9542 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 602-855-9542 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinic treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 602-855-9542.
In Arizona, they said need to paint like every 6 years. And I said, that's crazy.
Phoenix, make it the summer that you stop painting. Do what Brian did. He called Rhino Shield.
It's a ranch-style house. 3 sides are a sheathing. It's the wood sheathing that got coated with Rhino Shield.
And get this, Rhino Shield's formulated for our specific climate right here in Phoenix.
With Rhino Shield, they talked about like an R13 insulation value. Another way to reduce the air conditioning bill. I think it's a really good investment and will be well worth it.
And right now, you can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 10% off the regular price.
I live in the house for about 20 years, and you guys warranty your product. I don't have to worry about it.
Rhino Shield, backed by a 25-year transferable warranty. So stop throwing your money away on ordinary paint. Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer is limited, so call me at 855-4U-RHINO. That's 855-4, the letter U, Rhino.
Go Rhino!
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
From the Whitfield Nurseries Weather Center.
The extreme heat warning is still in effect with a high around 109 degrees today. Tonight, mostly clear and getting down to 90. Tomorrow, an even hotter day, 114 for the high. Then closing out Tuesday night with mostly clear skies and a low of 91. I'm at Mattinson, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Staples. All right, it's officially the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, 20% off for teachers, and more. Check out all the deals at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
Share more information publicly.
The information you need.
Thanks for having this conversation.
The smart talk in between.
The facts are clear.
550 KFYI on the iHeartRadio app.
You are listening to the Conservative Circus 550 KFYI 790 KNST, the free iHeartRadio app.
We just need to go ahead and get this out of the
Come
way
on with it.
because I'm just going to, this is in the spirit of just making this public for you so that it softens the blow, because when you get a hold of this, you are going to razz me about it relentlessly.
What did I do?
Well, you didn't do anything. However, the CEO of the San Francisco 49ers was arrested over the weekend in Ohio. Prostitution bust.
No.
Paying for a little something.
The CEO?
Yeah, Jed York, kind of the principal.
What kind of was he dealing with street prostitutes like on Van Buren or something like that?
I didn't get.
Or was this call girl? Was it a call girl sting or something?
49ers owner and CEO Jed York was arrested on suspicion of engaging in prostitution in Ohio over the weekend. York pleaded no contest Monday morning after the state of Ohio amended one of the counts of engaging in prostitution to a disorderly conduct charge. He was arrested Sunday in East Palestine, Ohio, and booked into
East
the
Palestine, Ohio. East Palestine? That's not an upscale area. What's he doing in East Palestine, Ohio? Is that where his peoples are from?
The York and DeBartolo family have connections to Ohio. The former owner, Eddie DeBartolo Jr., was from Ohio. And that may, look, man, he's married with a kid. But look.
All right, we got it out there.
Yeah, just
That's not going to spare
that
you.
way you can't
No,
look at me. And
I will.
That's fine. That's fine. I will stack up and say owner arrested for paying for sex doesn't equate to Brett Favre sending junk pics out.
Look at you trying to be proactive.
Yeah,
again.
I'm just being proactive.
That's all right.
Here.
That's all right.
It's like,
I'm just going to lie in wait,
Katie
buddy.
Hobbs, I'm not afraid to debate the
I'm
issues.
going to lie in wait for you, buddy. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, that's what
Didn't Patriots
Jed
owner
York said. Yeah, Robert Kraft got busted. He was going to the good old massage parlor.
Massage parlor, get a happy ending. That's what he was doing.
But this was to his. I'm not saying that men should visit these establishments.
Absolutely not.
But his wife had passed away. He was lonely. Like that was.
Are you talking about your guy? Back to your guy?
I'm talking about Robert.
Oh, talking about Robert Kraft.
Robert Kraft, right? This was after his wife had passed away, and he, went to.
He's got a new squeeze now, doesn't he?
What do you think about Bill Belichick?
No, not Bill Belichick. Kraft. Bill, he got rid of his wife and got like a teenager.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. NFL, how many days away?
We are less than 3 weeks, like 2.5 weeks away.
Exciting.
Like 2 weeks from Wednesday,
This
is it not?
Exciting.
College football starts this coming weekend.
Wait, what's this weekend?
College football.
Oh, really?
Yeah, college football.
We're back
You got
in
that week 0 slate of games. There's not really a lot of big games, but yeah, it's football. Sports alert.
Sports alert.
Sports and prostitution alert.
Holy cow. Do you remember what happened when Christy Nome revealed that he shot her dog Cricket?
Oh, the world went crazy. Unfit to serve. She shot the dog because it was terrorizing goats, I believe.
I believe so.
Livestock.
They called her a puppy killer. Yeah, they went off. Now, PETA made sure the entire country knew exactly who the villain was, Christy Nome. Shot her dog in the face. Now comes along.
Are we sure it was in the face?
I think it was in the face.
Well, I mean, you got to shoot it in the head, right?
You want to make sure it's
that would
dead.
be worse if she shot it like in the body and let it suffer. I mean, if you're going to put the dog down, you got to
put him down. Right.
I mean,
You're a farm boy. You know about
growing
that.
up in the country. When the dog, we had to put the dog down.
You probably shot a lot of your dogs, didn't you?
Grandpa took the dog back
right
in the woods.
Of the barn, and boom, boom, boom.
And dogs.
Dog gone. He gone.
Beat rabbits over the head and ate them.
He's gone. Of course, PETA made a big deal out of this, but now we have Abdul Al-Said. He during his tenure as Detroit's health director, the Detroit Animal Control fell under his oversight, and a large number of dogs and cats were euthanized. Yeah. There's also allegations from former employees of horrible conditions, animals suffering, animals dying in cages, inadequate food and veterinary care. Suddenly, PETA's discovered nuance. They don't blame the guy overseeing the agency. They say essentially, hey, things happen. Big retailers blame breeders, coming up with all kinds of excuses for El-Said. But when it was Christy Nome, it was the devil incarnate. Again, double standards. Yeah, will the American people hold El-Said to the same level that they held Christy Nome? No. But I will. I will. Coming up, the Democrats' big tent is collapsing from the inside. I mean, we could do all we could do to help, beat them up from the outside. But on the inside, you got to know the Big Tent thing is collapsing. And as I'm saying, the socialists, the communists have already taken over. That is bad for America because we're built on a two-party system. But
the owner of the San Francisco 49ers was pitching a Big Tent. That's why he had to take care of it, got himself in trouble.
Don't even try that. Don't even try to, no.
These are the types of things. I'm feeding you the...
You do your best. You do your best.
I'm just giving you the information.
I'm lying
you off
away,
the knees
buddy.
before you
You're not cutting me off. No, big old owner of the San Francisco 49ers.
I bet his wife is cutting him off moving forward,
Well, I bet she don't. She ain't going nowhere. He ain't giving up now. News is coming up next. 550 KFYI radio app.
The Kia inventory.
The rain brings out the subterranean termites. They can leave a wake of destruction if gone untreated. At Bill's Pest and Termite, identification and eradication is our specialty. BillsTermiteCO.com.
Buying a house comes with enough expenses already, so how about keeping $600 to $800 in your pocket? Lund Mortgage will pay for the appraisal on qualifying purchase transactions that close with them. Restrictions may apply. Call Lund Mortgage at 623-875-9940 or visit lundmortgage.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. You don't pay for iHeartRadio. Our advertisers do. That's why it's always been and always will be 100% free. Radio, music, podcasts. Download the iHeartRadio app now.
The Mazda More to Move You sales event is going on now at Mark Mazda in Scottsdale.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Republic Monetary Exchange Studio, this is KFYI Phoenix, KYOT HD2 Phoenix, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Cops off the force. From the 550 KFYI newsroom, I'm at Mattinson. 2 former Phoenix police officers are facing multiple felony charges in connection to a recent traffic stop. Luis Vasquez Jr. and Antonio Felix have their bond set at $100,000. A driver and his passenger tell investigators they were beaten and tased by the officers during an August 5th traffic stop. Speaking in court, Maricopa County Prosecutor Tom Van Dorn says the officers did not follow procedure.
This was an off-the-books traffic stop, for lack of a better term.
The officers have been fired and charged with kidnapping, aggravated assault, and robbery. One suspect is in custody in connection to the death of a Tucson police recruit. The Pima County Sheriff's Department said Saturday, 39-year-old Santiago Rogers was arrested for his alleged involvement in the shooting death of Carlos Ramirez last week. Another suspect was also found on Saturday, but wasn't arrested as investigators figured out his involvement. The third suspect, who was identified as Alex Barnett, is still on the run. Authorities have issued a murder warrant for Barnett's arrest and asked anybody with information on his whereabouts to step forward. The U.S. is set to impose tough new sanctions on Iran. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says he'll hold a news conference today to lay out the economic pressures the administration plans to impose on Iran and its key allies. The White House described the measures as the toughest sanctions in history. President Trump referred to it as an economic D-Day for the Islamic Republic. Now we'll look at your money. The Dow is currently up 159 points to 53,436. Let's take take a look at our drive around town with 550 KFYI traffic.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
Crash activity, I-17 headed northbound near Union Hills. That one is off, right? Better news, though, on southbound I-17 near Peoria. That earlier collision looks like it has cleared. Heads up, though, you do have a wreck on Buckeye right near the 17 frontage road, and another crash, this time Fry at Price. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
From the Weather Center, here's Fox 10's Crystal Ortiz.
Today, our forecast high temperature 109 degrees. There is a low chance of passing showers or storms this evening. Otherwise, the clouds thinning as we go throughout the day. Partly cloudy conditions this afternoon and a low of 88 degrees expected overnight.
91 right now in Phoenix. Your next news at 9:27 on Newstalk 550 KFYI. Guaranteed human.
Democrats keep bragging about their big tent. The problem is that tent is getting smaller.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the Conservative Circus with James T. Harris.
I'm telling you, the problem is the radicals. Democrats keep making the tent bigger for the radicals while showing the normal people the exit. When you bring in all of these radicals and you bring in all of these people like Hassan Piker who's sitting up here singing songs celebrating the death, the assassination of Charlie Kirk, when you bring in people who are talking about like the what's her name, Nixon, down in Florida, Angie Nixon, this is not drawing more people to the big tent.
Now, you said they're throwing people out, normal people out of the tent. Do you think it's the Democrats throwing them out of the tent, or sane people realizing the tent is no longer welcoming to them and leaving of their own volition? Saying, you know what? I don't want to be associated with Hassan Piker. I don't want to be associated with people like Graham Plattner. I don't even really want to be associated with crazy people like Carville anymore.
Well, to your point, I think that the Democrats, socialists, the communists are throwing out incumbent Democrats. But yes, in doing so, they're driving other people out. People don't want to be associated with them. You've got Democrats running around talking about the coalition, that there's a big tent. Everybody is welcome. Socialists, well, come on in. Radicals, pull on up. Identity politics, we got a section reserved for you. But the further left you go, I'm telling you, the more room they're going to make because people will be exiting. They are. They're hitting the exits.
Hey, all the people that believe that you can be a woman with a penis, come on in. We've got spot for you. You guys stand up right next to the Islamicists that want to kill all the Jews.
Yeah.
Welcome to the team, everybody.
Welcome to the team. Come on, we can all do this. All we have to do is work together. In reality, they can't. Ideologically, they can't.
Hey, socialists who want to penalize anybody that creates, well, come on in. Yeah. You guys, you're right next to the drag queens.
You see, Republicans, we organize our coalitions around ideas. Border security, lower taxes, energy, public safety, I just say lower taxes twice, no taxes. Parental rights, opposition to the administrative states, lower taxes.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
You can disagree about any of those things and still be part of the party. But Democrats are organizing themselves around identity.
Hey, people that want to abort their children up to and even kind of after birth, you guys come on in. We got space for you. You're right next. We put you guys, we hope you don't mind, but we put you right next to the people that believe your tires are what's killing the environment. It's a big tent party, James.
Big tent party. is based on who's more oppressed, who gets protected, whose language must everybody else adopt, which group's grievances take precedence when two protected groups disagree. Will it be the trans people, or will it be the little black people, the black little people? I'm trying to avoid saying midget. This who gets more attention? Who gets more rights?
Everybody's welcome in our tent unless you're black and conservative. And you have got to get the hell out.
Absolutely. Gays,
we got a separate but equal tent for you.
Not even separate, not equal, just separate. Separate. I mean, you look at the whole women's sports debacle. A big tent, really?
Everybody else can go to hell.
Everybody else can go straight to hell if you don't agree with me. That's where you're going. It's fun to watch. It's kind of dangerous, though. It's scary because we do need a two-party system. I think last week, weren't you saying, Aaron, that the folks out there think we're going to splinter into 3, 4, 5, 6 parties?
The one thing I think that Europe does is their multi-party system, right? I mean, and look, you have this fragmenting of the Democrat Party from the mostly insane to the completely crazy. And then, look, you have fissures within the Republican Party. You've got, the establishment, the quote-unquote rhinos. You've got the MAGA group. And then you've got, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson, who have splitting with the president. They got a new faction,
they do.
I do think it is good. At some point, there's going to be a fracturing of the typical two-party system in this country.
Well, it's already happening. I think you're going to see the Democrat Party be the first one to go.
Well, the only reason Bernie Sanders caucuses with and runs as a Democrat, even though he's a Democrat, is because they need the infrastructure. They need the machine that the two-party system. I mean, look, you can make the same case about Donald Trump. Donald Trump, the first time he ran for president, I mean, the Republican Party didn't want him. It was force of will and the people that had welcomed him into the Republican Party.
You're absolutely right. The club did not want him.
They stacked the deck. They put 18 people on the debate stage.
He destroyed them one by one.
Surely one of them could beat Donald Trump.
Destroyed them one by one. It came down to Kasich out of Ohio. He was the last one to fold.
I think Cruz was there for a while.
Cruz was there. It was Cruz and Kasich. And then Cruz went, and then Kasich went. Kasich still thinks that. Anyway, to your point.
8 people voted for Kasich in the entire election.
But the left wants to say that the DSA is their version of the Tea Party or their version of MAGA. It is not. It is not. We are not, MAGA's not violently trying to take over the Republican Party. We're frustrated that the establishment won't come along with the people. We're frustrated that we have roadblocks in the Senate like the Turtle and Thune and just lost his name. We don't have that problem in the House as much. We have a handful of people in the Senate. Once they get cleared out, you're going to have a strong Trump agenda. You're going to have a Make America First agenda. Then we just have to worry about the people, the implants all around in the different agencies, which is a huge problem. But the left, we're talking about the Democrat Party imploding. We're talking about it breaking up into little socialist and communist and not even the
autonomous
club.
Parties.
Right.
Like they'll have we're the Chaz party. We're the Chop party.
That's exactly what's happening. And the most violent wing of it, they're the ones that are going to have a little bit of power for a little while. But my goodness.
All the L's will be in one party. The G's will be in another party. The B's, they'll go back and forth. The T's will be a party.
The trans people?
Yeah. But the B's, they'll go back and forth.
What did Brandon tell us? Brandon told us that wasn't the transgenders?
The dogs and the cats. Remember, he said that the dogs and the cats don't like the L's were the cats for obvious reasons. The dog and then the T's ruined it all.
Brandon was one of the most insightful, drugged gay person I've ever met.
I think he was drugged.
I think he was.
Well, he was in San Francisco in a
I
park
think he
at
was.
1 o'clock in the afternoon.
He liked my hat, though.
He liked you.
He liked me.
He liked
to be quite
you.
honest with you.
He was going to welcome you to his Big Ten.
Everywhere I go.
He invited you to a party and everything.
Is just this, like, you have very wonderful things to say about me.
You do give off the gaydar vibe.
I do not. It's not a gay thing. It's just pure masculinity on full display that people respond to, both men's and women's. Alpha male. Why did it get so quiet? It got uncomfortably quiet. Truthful observations.
6 necklaces with and all the rings. That's.
You know, I got pulled out of the security line on my way home yesterday. I was in California.
Because you had so much jewelry on?
Well, a guy walked up to me and said, how can they pull the most stylish, cool person in the airport out of the line?
And then you said, it's because I'm black.
I did not. Didn't even cross my mind till just now. Didn't even cross my mind till just now, till you said it. I just thought it was just, they were envious. Beauty. They had to check it out.
Probably because you're on a list somewhere.
I am.
I mean, the CIA did take shots at you, so you're on a list.
I've been on a list for many years.
Well, part of that is because you're the one that tried to bring a gun through the airport and left it in your backpack
It was
that
not
time.
a gun. It was a
knife, wasn't it?
No, it was a. I've been flagged on. It's a long story.
James, just here's a word of advice: just empty your bag before you go to the airport.
It's a sore spot. It's a sore spot right now.
Take it all out.
We've got a
underwear, socks, and a pair of pants. That's all you need.
I did not know that I had a bullet lodged into the bottom of my backpack when I was coming through customs in Ireland. I didn't know. Thank God it wasn't the Bahamas. Otherwise, I'd still be there in jail.
Yaman.
Stupid Americans. That's what the guy said. You American. I apologize. I'm like, I'm sorry. He goes, you are not the only America. You Americans and your guns. I'm like, freedom, baby. He said, not over here. Keep it up. Not over here, buddy. Coming up, we have a Democrat that's breaking ranks in a very big way against Saeed. Stay tuned. When your joints hurt every day, you've been told that you need surgery. Well, it can feel like there's only one option. But do your homework. Remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. Now, whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to help deliver relief to patients right here in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. They concentrate your body's own healing factors right where the pain is coming from. The whole idea is to give you a real chance to hold off on surgery, or in some cases to avoid it altogether. And that's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that could change your life. Don't just accept surgery is your only choice. No. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion. The consultation is absolutely free with clinics in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. 602-837-PAIN. That's 602-837-PAIN.
From the DeGreen Private Wealth Traffic Center.
Got a crash now on southbound I-17 near Northern. The right lane is impacted initially in this one, and we're already seeing delays in the area. Then northbound I-17, you've got a wreck near Union Hills, a collision I-10 eastbound near 16th Street, and a wreck Litchfield at McDowell. If you have a traffic tip, call 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
I will buy a WNBA franchise. My team will be trans. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. We will not lose a single game. Today at 10, 550 KFYI on iHeartRadio.
Why is China buying so much gold? Jim Clark, Republican Monetary Exchange. They're adding record amounts of gold as a safe haven, diversifying away from the U.S. dollar and hedging against geopolitical risks. Just like we've been saying, Korea is now accumulating gold too. Instead of trusting the dollar, central banks around the world are preparing for the future with gold. You should also be prepared. Learn more. See us. Republic Monetary Exchange in Phoenix on Camelback, just east of 40th Street. 602-682-GOLD or rmegold.com.
Flowers eventually wilt, greeting cards end up hidden in a drawer, but imagine giving someone special a meaningful song written just for them. Their unique story, their best memories, their favorite moments, all turned into a beautiful song they'll want to listen to again and again. Whether it's for an anniversary, birthday, wedding, or just because, SmileTunes creates truly special gifts that they will never ever forget. Visit SmileTunes.com and don't just say I love you, sing it with SmileTunes.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Arizona lawyer will handle Arizona cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
If you have great credit but still in a traditional mortgage, then you will most likely spend 25 years longer in debt than you have to. Learn about the Life Changer loan, where you can do your banking inside of your mortgage, where the average client pays off their home in just 5 years and saves over $250,000 in interest and keeps 24/7 access to their equity. The future of banking and mortgage is here. It's not magic. It's just math. So learn more at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775, Life Changer Loan Corp. with an equal housing lender.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
CEOs You Should Know gives you an opportunity to learn from some of the top business executives across Arizona and the country. Hi, it's Rich Barra. Come and join me by searching CEOs You Should Know Phoenix on your free iHeartRadio app.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy, but you can't because of bad feet? Hi, this is Mike, and the Good Feet store wants to help.
I just had difficulty walking. I tried them on in the store, and my foot felt so much better.
Do you keep buying new shoes and inserts with little or no relief?
I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet, knees, or back problems get in the way of staying healthy and having fun.
Thanks to the Good Feet store, I bowl in 3 nights a week.
Get back to doing what you love. At the Good Feet store, we'll personally fit you with high-quality arch supports to maximize your comfort. Stop in the Good Feet store or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Walk into any of the 5 convenient Valley stores in Glendale, Gilbert, Goodyear, Ahwatukee, or Scottsdale.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Roger and Tracy F. saved over $18,400. Cynthia was recovering from a family tragedy and saved over $10,300. If you're overwhelmed by credit card debt, then call Debt Blue. Debt Blue is a professional debt negotiation firm with over 20 years of experience, helping people pay back only a fraction of the debt they owe. Learn how to cut your debt up to half or maybe more. Be debt-free in 24 to 48 months, even with bad credit, with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Debt Blue offers a success guarantee. You pay nothing unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved.
I would absolutely recommend somebody calling Debt Blue because the money that they saved you, the headache that they saved you.
Call now for significant debt relief at 800-200-0788. That's 800-200-0788. This program works if you owe $10, $20, or even $100,000. Call now for your free consultation. 800-200-0788. That's 800-200-0788.
Hot pest? Call Blue Sky Pest Control. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, pest.
This is Sarah Spain with the latest from iHeart Women's Sports.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
7 of 8 WNBA playoff spots are set after this weekend of action, with the Atlanta Dream, Indiana Fever, New York Liberty, and Washington Mystics joining the Minnesota Lynx, Golden State Valkyries, and Las Vegas Aces. One spot is still up for grabs, with just the Dallas Wings and the Portland Fire in contention to grab it. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcasts.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
The countdown to the new NFL season is on.
And now, all 32 in-market local teams can be heard on the free iHeartRadio app.
He's in! That's a jet touchdown! Just open the app and search your favorite team.
Plus, Fox Sports Radio breaks it all down
as we get closer to week 1.
It's crazy, and it's fun.
Join the conversation and stay locked in. Live, local games with you all season long.
Download the iHeartRadio app.
Search NFL and press play.
Get Hannitized today at 1 with Sean Hannity. Tell your smart speaker to play 550 KFYI.
You're listening to the Conservative Circus, 550 KFYI, 790 KNST, the free iHeartRadio app, streaming live on YouTube, 550 KFYI. The Democrats' big tent is collapsing from the inside. You have a big leak happening over in Michigan. Of course, El Said, some polls saying that he's running ahead of the Republican contender. Others are saying that he's trailing. I just don't think that he's going to be able to pull it off. The more people learn about the Democrat Socialists of America who are really communist. And when you get something like this, you have a Democrat Congresswoman, Karen Whitsett. She's I think, former Michigan House of Representatives. Excuse me. She went out to the microphones, Democrat, and talked about the downside of Medicare for all and was warning people to do not believe El Said.
I do not want to lose my Blue Cross Blue Shield. My husband is operating engineers, and I want my health insurance. I do not think people really realize what is on the line. You will lose your health insurance if the other candidate gets in office. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is what Medicare for all means. So if you enjoy going to ER now and sitting for 6 hours, get ready to enjoy that a whole lot longer, because you may be sitting there for 6 weeks. That means you will be in a clinic, in a hospital, wherever they say that you go. Once again, you say you don't want government in your business. Well, the government will be controlling your health care.
When she's talking about the other candidate, she's talking about El Said. That this is what is crazy. You got a Democrat coming out and breaking bad on healthcare for all, telling the truth about it. Telling you that it's socialized medicine. I want to stay on my private. Don't you put me on the socialized medicine. I don't want to go from waiting 6 hours to 6 weeks.
I don't want to be an alarmist, but Karen Whitsett, the former Michigan House of Representatives member, probably needs to be careful. You remember the last time you had a state representative?
I do, out of Minnesota.
Melissa Hortman, who voted along with Republicans to prevent, government
illegals from getting
illegal health care. She and her husband were murdered, assassinated.
Facts. And in light of that, kudos for her for speaking out. I don't think we understand. I don't think the country really understands political violence, to come full circle with the segment we did earlier in the show. These people are crazy. And when I first saw this, I'm like, is this a prank? Is she trying to be cute by half? Is she just trying to, be sarcastic? Or no. She's a Democrat that's telling the truth about socialized medicine. And the thing is, it shouldn't be a hard sell. All you need to do is look north to Canada. All you need to do is look south to Cuba. Name a place where it actually works with a large population. It doesn't.
I know many of our listeners, tune in every day to hear our good friend Garrett Lewis. He was in Canada not that long ago for a hockey tournament with his son, and he tells a story. I guess one of his son's players broke his leg on the ice, and the hassles and horrors of dealing with emergency medical care in Canada. I mean, for a child, it was, the kid waited 3-4 days before he could get his leg set. And then had to pay out the wazoo.
It's terrifying. And, and knowing that is a possibility, would you trust your child? Would you go to Canada again? I'm going to have to ask Garrett about that. Knowing that this could happen, would you roll the dice? Or is there some type of insurance that you could buy that will put you at the front of the line in Canada? Canada's already mad at us. We talked about that earlier in the show. I don't know. They're unreasonable. Can you imagine if you have a health emergency there and you get put to the head of the line because you got better insurance that you brought over from America? That'd go over like a lead brick.
That's just mean. Gunny on the YouTube channel. Garrett who? Garrett Lewis, host of the Afternoon Addiction every day at 4 o'clock.
We're all one big family.
I understand you can miss him. He's kind of short, but he's a good man. Just stop it, the Afternoon Lollipop Guild. We will not abide anybody making fun of Garrett Lewis's stature. They're making fun of Garrett Lewis's stature, calling him the Lollipop Guild. Not cool.
They say he's a munchkin? Is that what they're saying? Like a little person?
He's certainly not tall.
What was that? It was the Lollipop Guild. I remember that
was
song.
The Wizard of Oz. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You start singing it.
You were about to, weren't you?
Yeah,
you're going to see, he's about to sing.
I don't know the words. I don't remember.
He's about to sing.
I'm not going to engage in this tomfoolery. I like Garrett. Even though he gets on his little step stool every day and pushes the button on the thermostat and makes it, 80 freaking degrees.
No, he wants it cold.
He's cold, yeah.
He wants it cold. He likes it cold.
Gets one of those little grabbers like he's my grandma pushes the buttons because he can't reach the top.
A little popsicle.
He asked Darren for a boost. Hey, man, can you give me a boost? I need to adjust.
I'll be right in. Stop it.
You should listen to Garrett every day, 4 to 7.
Absolutely.
The Afternoon Addiction, 550 KFY, 790 KNST, and the free iHeartRadio app.
Coming up next, we've got, we're going to talk about the Katie Hobbs story again. Katie Hobbs, she refuses to debate, and now we are finding out why. She is scared. She's terrified. We're terrified of what? We'll tell you. Stay tuned. Arizona storms can do serious damage to your roof, and sometimes before the rains even stop, here comes the guys knocking on your door. Folks, don't let desperation turn you into somebody's next sale. Before you sign anything, call the Arizona roofing company that you know and trust, Kaiko Roofing. For more than 32 years, Kaiko has been taking care of Arizona homeowners under the same local family-based ownership. They're established, as experienced, and they're going to be here for the long haul, long after the storm chasers have packed up and moved on. And remember this, a roofing warranty is only as good as the company standing behind it. After more than 3 decades in the valley, Kaiko has proven they are not going anywhere. Monsoon season is here. So if you know you have a problem or even think you might, call now for your free roof checkup. Kaiko doesn't cut corners. They use quality materials and do the job correctly. Protect your roof, protect your home, protect your wallet. Call Kaiko Roofing today. They're crazy about quality. Just visit KaikoRoofing.com and be sure to tell them James T. sent you.
2 Phoenix police officers accused of a violent traffic stop are no longer with the department. Officials say Luis Vasquez Jr. and Antonio Felix were arrested and fired for their alleged involvement in the traffic stop with a couple in Tempe on August 5th. The couple said they had been beaten and tased by the officers who weren't wearing typical police uniforms. The officers were charged with aggravated assault, robbery, and other crimes. The U.S. is set to impose new economic sanctions on Iran. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says he'll hold a news conference today to lay out the economic economic pressures the administration plans to impose on Iran and its key allies. The White House described the measures as the toughest sanctions in history. One suspect is in custody in connection to the death of a Tucson police recruit. The Pima County Sheriff's Office said Saturday 39-year-old Santiago Rogers was arrested for his alleged involvement in the shooting death of Carlos Ramirez last week. Another suspect was also found on Saturday, but wasn't arrested as investigators figured out his involvement. The third suspect, who was identified as Alex Barnett, is still on the run. Walmart will let customers make purchases with tap-to-pay methods, including Apple Pay. The retail giant says that starts today. And now let's check your traffic.
From the Bills Pest and Termite Traffic Center.
Watch for slowing for the crash reported on I-10 westbound near State Route 347, Queen Creek Road, blocking the left lane of westbound. And an accident downtown on the Inner Loop 10 eastbound near 16th Street. That's going to be off to the right. There's also a crash in the North Valley, I-17 northbound near Union Hills, also off to the right. And if you have a traffic tip, call the tip line, 602-374-6300.
This report is sponsored by Michael Cordova Injury Attorneys.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Life moves fast, and it's easy to feel spiritually drained. That's why InTouch.org is here to help you stay grounded in God's Word every day. At InTouch.org, you'll find biblical teaching from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, free resources, and messages that speak directly to what you're facing. Whether you need encouragement, clarity, or a moment to reconnect with God, it's all right at your fingertips. Discover a place to grow your faith and find real hope at InTouch.org.
Shh, here it comes. Surprise! The people above your catering business are doing major construction, and the drilling is only during business hours. It's so loud.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting personalized discounts on a commercial auto quote with Progressive.
Also, that isn't powdered sugar on the floor. It's plaster from your ceiling.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
The name to remember? Mark Kia. Mark Kia. See our full inventory at markkia.com now.
Want up to $25,000 in free silver? When you make a qualifying purchase through Golden Crest Metals, you can receive up to $25,000 in real silver added to your account. Call 888-447-7857 now for your free information kit. That's 888-447-7857. Again, call 888-447-7857. Not a financial advisor. Precious metals involve risk. Free silver offer is a 10% bonus in silver on qualifying purchases of premium mintage coins. $10,000 minimum purchase required. Bonus silver capped at $25,000 and credited to customer account. See goldencrestmetals.com for full terms.
You know, it's not the most favorite thing I've ever done is paint a home.
Phoenix, you don't want to spend your summer painting, so do what your neighbor Don did. He called Rhino Shield.
It's a single story that was built back in 1998. I've had the home painted about every 4 years.
Rhino Shield's better than paint and formulated for our specific climate here in Phoenix and comes with a 25-year transferable warranty.
Initially, the warranty was probably the most important item I looked at. There's a tremendous value.
So stop painting your home year after year and get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 10% off the regular price.
I cannot say this about the previous 4 companies that I had paint the home, how beautiful the home looks. It has never looked so good, and shame on me for not going to Rhino Shield sooner.
Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer is limited, so call me at 855-4U-RHINO. That's 855-4, the letter U, Rhino.
Go Rhino!
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Neighbors you know are talking about Galaxy concrete coatings and their transformation, like Rosemary.
I heard about Galaxy through social media as well as on the radio. I wanted to have Galaxy come out and redo my back patio. It runs the full length of the back of the house.
Galaxy concrete coatings is not epoxy. It's 4 times stronger.
Galaxy was great. They were very thorough. They were very clean, very efficient. They cleaned up after themselves. I was very impressed impressed with the crew.
Commercial or residential, Galaxy transforms pools, patios, garage floors, driveways, and more. And also, it comes with a lifetime warranty.
The reason I chose Galaxy is because of the durability. We've got pets, and so sometimes they do have accidents. It's very easy to just hose off. My neighbors have come over, and every single one of them have said it's beautiful.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We are out of this world.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
Did you know SRP is a not-for-profit utility? So what does that mean for you? It means everything we do is done with you in mind, like offering flexible rates, payment plans for every income level, and best-in-class reliability. It also allows us to make decisions that benefit our community. As a not-for-profit, SRP prioritizes power, water, and you. Find savings, reliability, and more at srp.net/value.
The Mazda More to Move You sales event is going on now at Mark Mazda in Scottsdale.
550 KFYI. No algorithm, no code. Guaranteed human.
Just running scared. Each place we go, so afraid that he might show. Yeah, running scared.
Of course, this is dedicated to Katie Hobbs. Still the Circus.
Legendary Roy Orbison.
550 KFYI, 790 KNST, the free iHeartRadio app. Who is Roy Orbison? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Quit.
I'm just kidding. Pretty woman. I know Roy.
I mean,
He's been,
Bob Seger was one thing. Come on.
I know Roy Orbison. He was a quirky looking man. Even as a child, I'm like, he's quirky looking, but yeah. Running away. Katie Hobbs.
Better than Luther.
What?
Yeah, I said
Stop it. You're just trying to get it. No. Chris Mays says Katie Hobbs won't be charged because prosecutors could not prove a quid pro quo. But here's the kicker. Hobbs twice vetoed legislation designed to shine more light on the very kind of political money at the center of this investigation. This is shady. This is just corrupt. There's no way to explain this. Oh, there's nothing there. This is what we're being told. Of course, it's Democrats running the state. Democrats looking out for Democrats. And it's obvious. So obvious that even the local left-leaning media picks it up. They were asking questions of both of the Attorney General and of the governor. When are they going to sit down? When is she going to be investigated?
Why does it take 2 months to work out the details of whether you're going to do this or not going to do this?
We continue to be in communication with our office, and I really don't have anything to add about it.
But why can't you talk about it? I mean, like, this is something that your opponents are beating up on you on, and the public, I think, is really interested in. Why can't you say more about, like, your thought process or whether you're going to do this interview?
Look, we're in communication with her about it, and that's really all I'm going to say.
Okay, you won't say anything about, like, what you want. Why you? Okay.
It's the that gets me.
Yes. You know, Attorney General Chris Mays is not that much different.
The answer is no. You cannot blow off the Attorney General's office.
But she blew you off.
So, full stop. No one can, regardless of who they are.
Governor has.
Well, I would disagree with that characterization. When we have a result in this investigation, we will make an announcement.
She sounds like my kid when I'm like, hey, I got an alert today says you were late to to chemistry. What were you doing?
I wasn't really late. Depends on how you define late, tardy, absent.
How you know they're guilty? Because
exactly.
Like the one time I said, "Hey, I noticed we got an alert that said you were late for calc class." And it's like, "Yeah, I was pooping." I'm like, "Okay, well, that's a legit excuse."
That's true. I go with that.
I haven't told him you could just use that excuse every time, because
it's true.
Right. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and you can't rush Mother Nature's call.
You've got Hobbs' own Democratic Attorney General finishing a 2-year investigation that says essentially, you know what Arizona really needs? Oh, we need more transparency involving political donations from the. Well, you know what? We do need Andy Biggs as governor. If we had Abe Hamadeh, Congressman Abe Hamadeh, if he would have been the Attorney General, this would have blown up a long time ago. 2 years to do investigation. You
know what else we need? A governor that's not afraid to debate a political opponent.
We're not going to get that. That's why she's running away. She's running away because she's not going to debate.
We know why Katie Hobbs won't debate. It's the same reason Joe Biden was in the basement for his whole campaign. If these people reveal themselves when they rig the election just like she did last time, it will be more suspicious because everyone will know she's a moron. But by hiding and avoiding any sort of debate, that can still be a question.
One thing I would challenge there.
What's that?
People already know Katie Hobbs is a moron.
Yeah.
I mean, just listen to
her talk.
Anytime.
Listen to her talk.
She's a moron.
Why does it take 2 months to work out the details of whether you're going to do this or not going to do this?
Oh, we continue to be in communication with our office, and I really don't have anything to add about it.
She said.
It is sad. Did you watch the Sports Alert? Did you watch the Freedom 250 race?
I did not.
You didn't watch it.
I'm not a big Indy or F1 guy. Pablo says he watched it though.
It was cool. The streets were painted red, white, and blue.
We're talking in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
He had a Formula race in Washington, D.C.
Than the Rainbow Games
crosswalks passing by Abraham Lincoln and by the the national capitol.
So very cool.
F1s.
Everything about it was cool.
Indy. It was Indy, wasn't it? It wasn't F1, was it? It was IndyCar, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know the difference.
They were fast cars. They're very fast cars. We're going to talk about the race and the opening prayer, which I thought was pretty fantastic. Stay tuned. Business owners know the feeling. You're juggling payroll, employees, vendors, compliance, growth, and somewhere buried in the middle of all of that, insurance paperwork nobody has time to read. Policies stacked everywhere, different brokers, different logins, different answers depending on who you call. That's why more growing businesses are checking out SuperSure. If your company has more than 25 employees, SuperSure gives you one super agent who can help manage your business insurance and employee benefits year-round, not just at renewal, and this is huge. They've got a fine print fax tool that translates complicated policy language into plain English so you can better understand what your coverage includes. Plus, everything lives in one place. Policies, documents, benefit information, organized and accessible when you need it. And their business value calculator can even help estimate what your business may be worth so you can take a closer look at what you are protecting. Go see why businesses are moving beyond the old broker model. Visit supersure.com. That's supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Why are women attracted to the guy accused of murdering in cold blood a father and a husband? Crazy.
Sean Hannity, today at 1 on 550 KFYI and the free iHeartRadio app.
Back to school isn't just for the kids. It's a fresh start for your home, too. If a summer full of muddy shoes, pool towels, and snack spills left your carpets looking tired, let the trusted professionals at Zero Res help you hit reset with their Back to School BOGO. Now through Saturday, get 2 rooms cleaned for $129 and get 2 rooms free. Skip the rental machines and get back to clean without dirt-attracting soaps and harsh chemicals. Give your home the fresh start it deserves this school season. Call or book the KFYI special online at ZeroResPhoenix.com.
Paid for by government. Have you heard? The United States Mint has released the first ever dual date 1776 to 2026 American Eagle silver dollar in collector quality. Minted in 99.9% pure silver with a 1-year only Liberty Bell 250th special privy to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. Coin experts are calling this an amazing limited time opportunity for anyone that knows the enduring popularity of the Silver Eagle. These limited edition collector quality Silver Eagles are brand new, bright and shiny legal tender coins minted at the iconic West Point Mint. Call now and you are guaranteed a new 99.9% pure silver dual dated 1-year only issue Silver Eagle. The first time in history this has happened. But with limited quantities, you must call now to order. To learn more, call 1-800-935-7267. If you order now, you'll receive a free collector bonus of $50 value free with every order. Call 1-800-935-7267 now to secure your new 2026 American Silver Eagle before they are gone.
Shh, here it comes. Surprise! The people above your catering business are doing major construction, and the drilling is only during business hours. So loud.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money, getting personalized discounts on a commercial auto quote with Progressive.
Also, that isn't powdered sugar on the floor. It's plaster from your ceiling.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
This is Bill from Bill's Pest and Termite. I believe man-made global warming is a real thing. All the hot air coming from the left is causing the rains in the valley, and termites love that. Our specialty is properly identifying the invading species and then using the correct measures to eradicate the termites. This is why we have the best customer reviews and why other pest control companies recommend us. Contact us at billstermiteco.com.
Owning a home is cool and all, except for the part where now everything is your problem. Without a home warranty, you could pay thousands to repair or replace appliances and home systems like your AC and plumbing. But with an America Home Shield warranty, you can help protect your wallet from policy breakdowns. If AHS can't repair the covered item, they'll replace it no matter how old it is. Don't let unexpected bills wreck your budget. America Home Shield. Don't worry, be warranty. Sign up today at ahs.com.
See if you qualify for home programs that cover all or part of your down payment. Go to lundmortgage.com.
The extreme heat warning is still in effect with a high around 109 degrees today. Tonight, mostly clear and getting down to 90. Tomorrow, an even hotter day, 114 for the high. Then closing out Tuesday night with mostly clear skies and a low of 91. I'm at Mattinson, 550 KFYI.
This report is sponsored by Hastings & Hastings.
I'm David Hastings for Hastings & Hastings. I'll never understand why attorneys charge 1/3 or more to handle your accident case. Our discount fee is only 29%. That's Hastings & Hastings.
Call Hastings & Hastings.
Where the spirit of America lives on every day.
Freedom of speech is one of the anchors of our society.
550 KFYI on the iHeartRadio app.
Reluctantly crouched at the starting line. Engines pumping and thumping in time. The green light flashes, the flags go up. Churning and burning, they yearn for the cup. They deftly maneuver and muscle for rank. Fuel burning fast on an empty tank. Reckless and wild, they pour through the turns. Their prowess is potent and secretly stern. As they speed through the finish, the flags go down. The fans get up and they get out of
You are listening to you're listening to Cake. This is the.
I'm surprised you knew that.
Oh,
Good
man,
job.
I love cake. Are you kidding?
I like cake too, but that's why I've got a weight problem.
You're listening to the Conservative Circus, 550 KFYI, 790 KNST, the free iHeartRadio app.
But not chocolate cake. I'm not a fan of
Oh, you don't like black cake?
No, chocolate cake.
Black cake. That's what
Not
my
a
dad
fan
called
of
it.
cake is fine. But it's not racist to have a preference for cake.
I like Cake the band, though. Cake is great.
Yeah.
Great music. Great music. This weekend last weekend in D.C., man, did they ever have a feel-good event?
It was an IndyCar race. It was F1 and Indy are different, Pablo. Not all race cars look the same. Races.
I thought so. Racing through the streets of D.C., past the national monuments, it was fantastic. The chaplain, Colonel Willie Mashak, Mashak, this guy, the opening prayer was just spectacular.
Eternal God, we come before you with reverence and humility, acknowledging that you alone are holy, worthy of all glory, honor, and praise. You are the creator and sustainer of life. Therefore, we pause to acknowledge our gratefulness for your unfailing mercy, steadfast love, and abundant grace. Dear God, as we gather together to enjoy this race, we ask for your providential care over every person participating and attending. Bless the drivers with skill, steady hands, and focus as they operate these powerful machines. Bless the crewmen with attentiveness, and grant these race officials fairness. Bless the spectators with the joy of fellowship. And lastly, oh God, we ask that you will give us your strength, give us your peace, bless our nation, and bless its leaders. For it's in your holy and precious name I pray, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. That's good stuff.
Has anybody checked on some of the D.C. residents? Because, D.C. is chocked full of greenie libs. Can you imagine? They must be freaking out with the amount of gasoline and rubber that they were burning.
Gasoline, rubber, God, patriotism. That was not a good place for a lefty to be.
I mean, you think about it, in the past year, they've had a UFC fight and a race.
Listen, you had Kyle Kirkwood. He was the winner of the 250 Grand Prix. And I think the one and only. I don't think they're going to do this again in Washington, D.C. So he is the first and probably only winner, and he was so grateful at the microphone.
I mean, it hasn't really settled in yet, right? Like, I won the race. I get out of the car. I see President Trump sitting there cheering me on. As a proud American, that's a pretty big deal to have the president cheering you on. Nothing else like it, right?
It's a big deal. Yes, it is a big deal, young man. And I'm glad to see you recognize it as a big deal, and that you are happy to see them get out of your car, you win the race, and the president's sitting there cheering for you.
I have Pablo, take some notes. Here's the difference between Indy and F1. Okay. F1, they don't use standard cars. Every team kind of builds their own. They have the rules they have to follow. But in IndyCar, they use the same engine, the same chassis. So that's the primary difference. But F1 can reach top speeds of about 1,000 horsepower. Indy's about 700 horsepower.
I think the open carts is what confuses me.
Yeah, they're both open wheel racing, and they used to kind of be the same. It all used to be, but then there was a fissure, kind of like the Protestants and the Catholics. They split off and they did their own thing. F1 is immensely more popular globally than Indy now because F1's gone to Netflix. They've made personalities out of their drivers.
So
Indy cars also don't have power steering. I don't believe.
So wait a minute. So are you saying that F1 is like soccer and Indy is like a
F1 is probably the fastest growing sport in the world, including here in the United States.
Okay, then let me ask you another question. There was a movie out recently.
Ford versus Ferrari?
No, Brad Pitt and some African American actor. It was I guess it was formula based on. It was Europe, so it has to be.
I don't know the movie.
You know the movie?
I don't know which movie.
You know what I'm talking about, Pablo? No? Doggone it. It was popular for a while. I think it was based off of
It's probably F1, I would guess.
I don't know. I saw a documentary, though, where a kid taught himself to race.
Yeah, that's actually based on a true story. There was a kid that taught himself how to drive F1 on a using video game
simulation,
technology.
Right? Yeah, right.
Simulating, and then ended up becoming. his team, I think, was it the 24-hour Le Mans Grand Prix at one point, or they made a movie out of it.
Now the Grand Prix, is that a F1 or that's a?
I think that's different. Like the 24 hours Le Mans is completely different. That's all different teams they run for. So that's like that would be like the Kentucky Derby of racing, like probably one of the most premier international races where you get a team together and you drive for 24 hours straight.
So you're telling me that the Daytona 500 isn't the biggest race?
Well, the Daytona 500, that's NASCAR, and you know my Southern pride, James. And that's the premier racing league, if you ask me.
Are you into NASCAR?
No. I mean, I will watch. I've been to many races. I think like a lot of America, I was way more into it when Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon were there. It's kind of fallen off. Yeah, there was personalities. If they've done some things, they went woke for a little while. It's lost its luster a little bit. Yeah.
Wait, this is the one where you had the noose hanging.
Right. Bubba Wallace. Found a noose in his garage that wasn't a noose.
He went full Jussie Smollett.
It was just a handle to pull the garage down.
Right.
Yeah.
Jussie Smollett. Okay.
Yeah, but I shed a tear when Dale Earnhardt died.
A lie is a lie, no matter how small it is.
It is. Okay. Oh, well, thank you for that. I didn't know any of that. Well, a little bit of it because I saw the movie where they were driving.
The Brad Pitt movie that you can't remember?
Right. Formula. I think it was Formula One.
I think there was a movie called Formula. That would be F1. F stands for Formula and 1 stands for 1.
But I didn't know the difference between Formula One racing and
NASCAR?
No, not NASCAR. Though IndyCar.
Yeah, there's two different leagues. I mean, two different series.
NASCAR does some good prayers though too at the beginning of their races.
They do.
I love.
Well, see, what is it when you're patriotic? What is that? You're patriotic. You love the country.
I also has to do with the fact that when you're driving 200 miles an hour in an automobile, you probably want to make sure Jesus is on your side.
Jesus take the wheel.
Yeah, that's why when those boxers go in the ring and they pray, I'm like, I pray for them too.
Yeah, because you know what? They're about to take a beating. Yeah. Well, I guess that makes people, when they're life and death, they closer to God.
Yeah, it's funny what being inches away from a wall that could kill you, it does for your perspective on faith.
Absolutely. Thanks for hanging out in the Conservative Circus, my friends. The Big Top will be open tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Clay and Buck are next, right after the news on 550 KFYI and 790 KNST.
Praying like Katie Hobbs before she goes to debate against Andy Biggs.
That's real. That'd be real.
Join me, investment advisor Sam DeGreen, where together you and I will navigate the complexities of today's market and conquer the challenges we as investors face. Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on News Talk 550 KFYI.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Here's